you fill your prisons up, and you also keep people scared. So you can give more laws, more rules, and crack everything easier to placate, easier to get them to fall in line, do what you need them to do. And support massive police build-ups and massive, like militarization of police and all that stuff. And I don't know, I've heard a little bit about that. I really don't know. I know I talked about it.
That's a huge jump for us, okay?
It does.
If you think people don't respect you,
crazy, but I do know that, and I don't even think this is a controversial thing to say. This is just like,
well, I don't know. But we're
administration in cocaine to the United States of America while they were ramping up the war on drugs. So like they're bringing in, so in their effort to help the Contras or whatever, they are going like, okay, well, these guys are drug dealers, so we move these drugs in, we can get these money shipments to them, and then you're seeing that they're creating the conditions for the crack epidemic to explode. And then they catch one guy with a few rocks on him, and they're throwing him in jail for decades. It's like just that alone, just that one piece of information. You almost, if you're like in a sane world, you go like, oh, so the people had a revolution and overthrew that government and publicly find all the politicians involved, and then we started over from there. And you're like, no, they lionized that guy. But still, for decades afterwards, the Republicans, like their RNC, bring up Reagan, and they go, our hero, Ronald Reagan. Like, the fact that isn't enough to go, well, this guy should be remembered like as a monster.
Do you think they tell Reagan to just sell crack?
I don't think he was not thinking that information that far up the chain. The guy was laying there for 4 years. Fair enough, not but George H. W. Bush definitely was. He fucking signed the document. That guy was all over that. He was the head of the CIA. He was their guy. He was the head of the CIA. Right. So, but again, also you get to a certain point where you're president Donald Trump in a lot of ways too. Where it's like, it's your responsibility. Like if you didn't know, then that's your responsibility.
Oh man, watching the master at work. He interrupts better than anybody else.
In cases like that, you have
It's so hard to pay attention to what he's saying because of that red chair.
If you're doing something
the
selling
red chair makes it goofier too. Wait, are you saying it's hard to pay attention because of how goofy it is?
There's no fucking way you can ever kosterize that.
So the lighting is different for that, right? It doesn't show the same, right?
Black funded.
That is exactly the same.
Layers and layers.
I mean, it goes to show how tall shop is. Look at my fucking stupid ass head. Like, this is the chair over my head.
You want to talk about people
Probably like
Nicaragua, you've got things going on in Iran, you got to pay attention to Russia, this is happening, that's happening.
Just like that, that's not going to get us on T-Back. The ad salesman is like,
you might be right about this. Why would they assume that he'd go along with it? Or tell him, this is not a normal thing to do.
My thing is, I don't,
I'm an actor.
When he's talking about
I came into this office thinking I could be a good American who would get backed up places, hard work, trickle down economics. And you're telling me you're selling crack?
I think that's going to be the jail. But then he interrupts Adrian Pearson, who's who I do know had a great career back then. It was about to make a point job.
That's how you got to do the same thing with Reagan. Yeah, well, it's going to come clean about the crack stuff. Right, well, they can present it to them after it's a fait accompli.
Yeah, he had to run between and try to go a little more, but he got lucky because he was one of the few guys that was picking up in New Orleans. With Sean Payton. Sean Payton, like that's the style that he's always looking for. The Alex Martin type guy. He got kind of lucky being, selected to go there. So the exact opposite of what Sean said is true. Oh, because he's saying when he went to the Saints, Payton's offense was exactly what meshed with Bush's style, I guess.
See, it goes over my head, football, because it's football.
Well, it's not just in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah. I would love to see Carmelo Anthony on the fucking T-Fat Cage.
How would you be able to tell the difference?
Oh, you're right. Yeah. XJ.
I can't wait. I wish I would run into Carmelo because I would love to post a picture of me and Carmelo being like, just met Brandon. That actually is my North Star, I think.
Yeah, Carmelo now?
Yeah, meeting Carmelo. Plus, I also like that guy.
Oh, yeah. He's pretty cool. Shout out to Jay, because this next one is called Axe J. It's posted by Icarus Lives. Let's see what this shit's all about.
Yo, why is he looking at me like that? What's up, little bud? You got a staring problem, pal?
Like what?
You're just looking at it as a baby. Look at his face. Dumb little face. Yo, Zan, you're too boy, dog.
I don't know what that is, but Straight Talk Wireless.
Yeah.
You know, XJ, I don't know if you want to mess with this.
Nah, dude. Jay's a silent assassin. He's mysterious.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah. But you know what we do know is that there was another fight companion. JRE style beat. We already watched a clip from that, but I'm trying to do some segues here.
Yeah.
This one's posted by a responsible bar 4787. It's called "Look How Cool Papa Is Interrupting and Trying to Smoke a Cigar." Daisy. Very short clip. Let's see what this is, Chip.
No, Jamie, what'd you say to Ohio State?
I thought you were saying no, but it was Eddie. You got a similar sounding voice. Let's see, Eddie.
No, Jamie, what'd you say to Ohio State? That's a good way for him. He loves this way. I don't know shit.
I don't know what's there, B.
I guess play it again. I got
I don't know, maybe
just interrupting.
Let's see.
No, Jamie, what'd you say to Ohio State? That's a good way for him. He loves this way. I don't know shit.
I guess you just have to like capture every interruption because all of them could be gold, and it's like documenting, something like the way a great athlete dunks or shoots a 3-pointer or scores a touchdown. This is the way shop is interruptions.
I mean, we've been doing this for how long now, dude? This is episode, 77, 76, something like that. It's just like, all right, we get it, dude. He's, bad with references. Oh, he's interrupting again. Oh, he thinks he knows about football. Yeah, okay. It's hard to, have a different take on all these things, right? All right, so this next one is posted by parrot__shop. It's called The Mark Harley Smear Campaign Continues. Let's see here.
There was actually a former employee here that maybe told me something that said was from a doctor, but I ended up getting it tested, and it was definitely not from a doctor, and could have gotten me hooked on drugs. And it could also been laced with fentanyl. Yeah.
Yeah, best brains for the arts people.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was trying to take.
Oh, you'll find out. Okay. Has that ever happened to you, though, where you were given something, it was something completely different?
No.
I once bought drugs off a open micer named Kyle Ridley, allegedly.
That was weird. That was your first mistake.
Oh, yeah. You already know who that is.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to be LSD, and I had taken it when I bought it off him, sober now, 5 years. But I took it, and I got in the car, rush hour traffic from Santa Ana to Etiwanda, and it was mescaline. Long story short. Boom. Man, I ended up at a Habit Burger Grill, fucking just, pruning up inside of myself. Just I don't even know what mescaline is.
Yeah, me neither, really.
Fear, loathing, and ridiculous, dude. All right, here we go.
Luckily, the old noggin. You make one, shame on me. Not just a hat rack. It's kind of hard to, when you're doing it on the black guy side, it's hard to, because you kind of look to be dumber. It's hard to trust your judgment.
How does Nick get a black eye?
I don't know. Wait, go back. Let's play it again.
Wait. Oh, he's saying it might have fentanyl. And he's like, yep. He's like, I'm the smart one, dude, because I tested fentanyl.
Okay.
It could also been laced with fentanyl. Yeah, luckily. The old noggin. You make one, shame on me. Not just a hat rack. It's kind of hard to, when you're doing it on the black guy side, it's hard to, because you kind of
Okay. Gotcha.
So Nick's got a black eye. How did that happen? I don't even know.
So much to go through in these studio clips, dude. There's too much going on in the TFAK world. The intern has a black eye. He's being sold heroin or something, or it's like what? There needs to be there really does need to be a handler involved in every shop.
It's like discussing the Dwight Howard thing. It's
Welcome.
Like, wait, he was having he's consensual, but then there was another guy. The guy's name's Kitty.
How are you?
Kitty, a guy or a girl? And then you
watch these clips, and it's supposed to be about some drug from BGL, but then Nick has a black eye.
Yeah.
Chin sometimes has a neck brace.
Yeah.
The interns keep getting fired.
Brandon's talking about fentanyl.
It's a lot.
Yeah. And diddlers.
his phone should be taken away.
Yeah, the podcast is dense, and I don't mean that in an intellectual way. I'm saying like there's so much going on.
Yeah.
You know.
Tom Brady's all. Trust your judgment. You build the old guardian out on my watch.
But when I was a little suspicious of it, just because of how it looks, it was supposed to be out. And
Question is, are they still on the Addies? You know what I mean? I look at Addies and Baddies like a Libra scale. You know, one side's gonna be like super Addy, and then it's like let's let go of the Addies, get some Baddies. You know what I mean? How about you?
I say, you mean like them using it?
Yes.
You know, the golden days were, I guess, when they had Addies and Baddies. But I don't know. I mean, I say whatever they think, they should just go, and that's where the great content comes from.
Copy that. Good.
And I was suspicious of it because like the color did not look the same. When I looked up on ChatGPT, I was like, how can I get drugs tested in LA? And there's an LGBTQ center that once a month they put up a pop-up van, and you can just bring your drugs tested. So,
You have to act gay.
no.
I'm trying to take it into some other direction. Give me that.
I've seen this clip before, and I didn't know he says that.
It's just like the most absurd. It's a joke, hopefully, right? Hopefully that's not a serious question. Yeah, he thinks you have to act gay to use the LGBTQ health center, but you know, he said it. We got him. So
I tried to act normal and like make jokes. I was like, oh, this guy's for drugs.
Big Saul. Big Saul, hey, I'm just gonna say. So I want some. So you, wow. Okay, so you tested the drugs,
And when they come back, and so they test for fentanyl, amphetamine, and methamphetamine. And Adderall should only have amphetamine.
Right. Yeah, dude. What's meth then? If it's not amphetamine, it's amphetamine, right?
I have no idea. Oh, and yeah, no, it is.
This is like, you know what heroin is to kratom, Adderall is to fucking meth.
This place is a drug deal. It'd be funny if you tested hemp kratom and they came back and they're like, it's heroin.
It's heroin and amphetamine somehow, dude.
And it tested negative for fentanyl, positive for amphetamine. And then I was trying to joke with them. I was like, this is like a charity test.
Yeah.
You gotta get back. And they just thought it was some drug addict, so they didn't laugh. And then it tested positive for amphetamine.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was up for it.
Did you ask? Like, that's a lot of Adderall, dude.
The mark kills people. They said that the Adderall that he gave him had meth in it.
Yeah.
I guess they are. Yeah, what you're saying is they're similar, right? Similar things.
$400 of Adderall? That's what I'm saying.
I've never bought Adderall.
You said I never bought Adderall, but meth is cheap, right?
I've never bought meth.
Meth is known as a cheap
I
drug.
guess so, probably.
Yeah. Like
You're
crack
saying
is
they
cheap.
tested it, and that's kind of weird to me that they can test these drugs and then be like, this is $400 worth of Adderall when it's meth.
Yeah.
Like, what do you even mean? How is this $400 worth of Adderall if it's meth?
Yeah.
I would go out of there confused. I would be like, hey, I'd be like, wait a minute, who's the doctor back there? And then it's Shab. He's doing the math. That's why it's $400 of Adderall.
400K grand.
Yeah, that's what he said. It's actually 400K grand of Adderall. It's like, I gave you meth to test. Guess we got free Adderall.
I wonder if meth heads test their meth if it has no meth in it. It's just amphetamine. Like, oh, come on.
Yeah, they're all bummed out.
I'm out $400.
Well, meth is amphetamine. That's the nickname for that.
Yeah, but he's saying short test amphetamine, methamphetamine.
I'm lost. This is fucked up.
I guess amphetamine doesn't have meth in it, but meth has amphetamine. It's like if you're Catholic, you are Christian, but if you're Christian, you're not Catholic. You know what I'm saying?
No. Not at all.
All right.
This is math. I asked for Adderall. Yeah, he'll say. He goes.
Moving on to, yeah. And Mark Harley is back with this girl. You saw that? Congrats, snake him. All right, well, let's get out of that fucking hubaloo of redactedness, and let's enter this hubaloo of redactedness, dude. We got Crew Lambtons posting water, short for what are we doing here? With Papa as the Super Saiyan Goku.
Wow.
Yeah.
He puts a lot of effort into the Halloween costume.
Yeah.
And they always seem sort of childish, though.
Yeah. You want to see what the top comment is?
Yeah.
Your power level is over 300 pages. All right.
Got him.
Do you know how Reddit works? Defeated. Okay.
See, I don't know this sounds good, but I don't really know Dragon Ball Z and watch it much.
Me neither. I like Chavisms, you know?
I wasn't, Super Saiyan. That's when he's powerful, I guess.
All right, let's go to the Super Saiyan. You saw that? What? Saiyan? Oh, you just did a Chavism without even knowing.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, I think it's a the Diddlers more than this Chavism. I actually watched that episode.
I don't know any anime.
Yeah, no, but I'm talking about T-Fat-K.
Oh, what do they say?
Diddler was like, I said Super Saiyan, and everyone got mad at him. You just did it right now. I'm mad at you, dude. All right, let's go to this next clip. That was awesome. This one's supposed to be Air Pumper. It's called Never Mid 'Em. It looks like a lady. Let's see.
But he's the most phenomenal comic writer, producer, podcaster. He's just an all-out multi-talented guy, and more importantly, he's just a great guy. He's just one of those normal people.
Okay, who is she talking about?
Well, I know from the watching it, but she's talking about our guy Brian.
Oh,
Right?
She say Brian the Hulk Callen.
Not getting it. Brian Callen!
I rape women. Oh my God! Why did I have to put that in at the end, dude? Oh, dude, Christmas! I can't wait till Christmas time. We should wear some ugly sweaters, B.
Oh, we might have to do a Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Huh? Big hit last year. It's been a long time. How the time flies when
It's
you're
crazy to think.
Yeah.
Just 300 pages of evidence ago.
Yep. Let's see this one here. It's posted by One Man Wolf with a bunch of X's. One Man Wolf Pack. Sounds like a lone wolf. All right, this one's called What The? It's under video content. Let's see this.
I'm upset. I was leaning towards. I'm a bad dude. You them around. I'm upset. I was leaning towards. I'm a bad dude. You them around.
Okay, so he's trying to say a bunch of things right here, right?
I'm upset.
Okay, I'm upset, right? Yeah.
I'm upset.
I would, what?
Be mad.
Okay, would be mad.
I was leaning towards.
I was leaning towards being mad.
I'm a bad dude.
I'm a bad.
I'm a bad.
I'm a bad.
You think I'm a bad?
Oh, I think I'm a bad is better. Yeah.
You them around.
You talking around.
What is it? I heard you talk about it.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Is it?
You them around.
You're talking about around.
Oh. Damn, I wish they could have like the source time code so we could see what he was actually trying to say.
I really like decoding that. You just stop and pause and go. I felt like a code breaker.
Yeah.
Like in World War II or something like that. Like a Shaw code breaker. We just got the Enigma,
Oh, yeah.
The Enigma machine.
Shout out Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, who did he play? Whoever that guy was.
Stephen Hawking. The Imitation Game, Ethan Hawking.
No. Well, I mean, I'm talking the movie where he played the guy, like Alan Turing.
Oh, okay, Turing. The Turing test.
Something like that.
Yeah. Hey, don't expect us not to be redacted.
No, you got there.
You know what I'm saying?
I wouldn't have been able to think of Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
I forgot who the actor was.
He's always on my mind, Daddy. All right, Turing.
That's how Sean said.
Where were we during that class, right?
There we go.
Sleeping. All right, so this one's posted by Big Blue Tracker. It's called WYJA Slitch Your Flight. Why just slit your flight?
Why just slit your fight? Your flight.
Why just slit?
Why? Oh, I get it. Why'd you switch the fight? Or the flight? I'm thinking flight. Oh yeah, maybe it's flight.
Why just slit your
It
flight?
could be either one. That's what this is like. It's so
Yeah.
they like this universe is so. That's like you never know what's gonna happen.
It's like when you get really into Sudoku puzzles, and you just like, oh, I can't solve this one now. Oh, it's like that thrill,
I feel like I could. maybe be a good teacher or something after watching all these clips of Papa, because I know maybe in like a class where kids they need a little bit more time to learn how to read or do mind word problems or something like that. I could like listen to them music, have more patience, figure out what they're saying.
Yeah. But then I think you do have more patience, but your mind's going with like that's not like shot. That's not like shot. You're just thinking about the things. Yeah. So we'll see. Maybe the good in one attribute tree, the other kind of suffering. So let's see what this is about though. Why did you split your flight?
The guy standing. He won. Royce won because of his sidekicks from the guard.
Joe, you have the lighter, bro?
I got no voice. Really? We're on the same fucking flight. No, I thought we're on the same flight.
I saw it. By the way, Delta, great airlines. Never seen it.
Yeah, you change yours? You gotta leave, dude. You have literally less than an hour to get to the airport. A half hour. You gotta be there now.
Airport's like 15 minutes.
Yeah, but it's F1 weekend, so the airport's gonna be jammed up. You're fucked. Why did you switch your flight, man? Not tell me.
Is that it? Is that it right there?
Yeah, why'd you switch your flight? He probably says it a bunch of times, I'm guessing. How many times do you think he says it?
So we got one down. Maybe I'll say 3 total.
I think it was 3-2. That's something else.
Let's see.
Do you have a car to take you to the airport, or are you taking their car? Jesus, Brian, why didn't you coordinate F1? I got carried. It's still out of the bag. Look at this.
Okay. So very quiet.
Yeah. But there's going to be another one, for sure.
I forgot he was on his back so much. I was watching some of the highlights. As a matter of fact, I think I left this fight before the third round.
Come on. Shop.
Shop's going to get back. Why'd you switch your flight, Brian? Why'd you switch it?
This dude is spending a lot of time on his back. The old switcheroo. Didn't tell you the way, huh? All right, so we're at
That doesn't count.
He looks so pissed. You saw that little looking Goodfellas shot right there?
all right. So we're at,
What about me amuses you?
Yeah. Imagine this looking back at you. You know you fucked up.
Yeah. Shop needs someone on the plane so we can write his bits on it. Keep company.
Yeah.
Handler, if you will.
what's up, gentlemen?
It's all like, oh.
Always blast. I fucking loved it. Love you guys. Love you guys. Yeah, please do. Me and Sam Tripoli and SamTripoli.com. We're coming to St. Louis. We're coming to Indy, Austin, and Dallas. Coming up. SamTripoli.com. Thank you. I'll see you guys this weekend. Coming weekend at the Chicago Red Cross.
We went to
We were,
for sure.
why was that shit so quick, dude?
You know, you
That
gotta
was a long one, dude. Why'd you split your flight? We only heard it once. I want to hear it again, Daddy.
You have a car to take you to the airport, or are you taking their car? Yeah, but it's F1 weekend, so the airport's going to be jammed up. You're fucked. Why did you switch your flight, man? Not tell me.
You didn't even say it that bad.
Yeah.
Why did you switch your flight and not tell me?
I still like it for a shot, man. Why'd you switch your flight? I think we can do that. We can do that.
Well, hopefully we don't have to switch any flights anytime soon.
Anytime soon. Anytime soon.
All right, this one's haphazard, dude. One of our guys. Strange thing to admit on a live broadcast. What do you think it is?
Left his son at school.
I'm fresh off the road. That's right. I flew to Sacramento and then drove back because I was having my TRX dropped out of that overkill in Sacramento. They turned this thing into a straight banshee.
That was a demon. Or a raptor.
Nah, but that's the thing about comedy, dude. Especially geniuses. They don't use the same word twice.
You're right.
Straight banshee. I like saying straight banshee, dude.
This truck is a murderer. They turned this truck into a python. He's getting in Brian territory. Yeah. Banshee's too close to animals. They turned this truck into a straight lion. Straight hedgehog. I'm driving a crocodile right now, bro.
legal here in California.
Okay.
Why? Hilarious. What's illegal about it? Because it's too fast? Unsafe?
How can they legally do the work in California? It's illegal in California.
Well, they're not doing it legally.
Oh.
So he's conditioning them too. That's a good point. Condition himself and others.
Conversation is free. Now kiss of mine. Cards pounded. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out.
But everyone likes a bad boy, dude.
You're right. Maybe that's part of the appeal. You're right. I should have guessed that because he's always doing these things. He's admitting to illegal things like carrying around the gun.
Yeah.
You know. So this is just more of that.
But maybe there's, Papa, he's on the cutting edge technology, but he's got like an illegal mode, you know?
No. Yeah, this is the XJ online, but no, he's not driving an illegal car. No. It's totally legal. Or truck, I'm sorry. Yeah, the Raptor, it's not even a Raptor. Hey, don't tell me. It's just a Ford truck. Thanks a lot.
Yours is so redacted. It's a TRX-B.
I'm sorry, it's a TRX. Well, I mean, I'm just saying that he's not actually driving a TRX.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
What's a TRX?
I have no clue. But
I almost said Ford 150 because that's the only truck that I know off the top of my head. But I'm worried that is a Demon or whatever.
yeah.
A Raptor.
But one of the Gerardos we played before clip was the fucking, when he was saying Raptor and TRX are rifles. Uh-oh. Yeah. So you
He has a TRX then.
better watch your hawk.
Listen, I mod my truck, so maybe I have a TRX one day, and the next day I mod it, and it's a Raptor.
XG. No, Brendan does not have a fucking truck, dude.
I have an XG, or XG. Yeah, just XG. I should start doing the XG. That's hilarious.
Yeah. I'm a comedian. All right, so this next one's posted by Haphazard. A lot of orange chicken come out of Haphazard's little cubicle, dude.
Yeah, he's a hard-working chef.
It's called Papa is confused that Callan won't cancel his shows for the local companions. Oh, little dice. Little trouble in paradise. Let's see.
Those would be fun. He's like, I tell you something that's bother me. I'll figure it out on the air. Yeah. And I get it. Really a big deal. Sure, that show's massive show. You always find time to do his fight companion, and it's in another city. And then I do fight companions. I don't know, but you can never do it. Hold on, because I didn't have a date. I was supposed to be in Boise. I got canceled, and now I had the weekend open for you.
They got kids.
Yeah, dude. What happened was I was gonna be in your fight companion, but when I was driving to the show, all of a sudden, a goat was in my backseat. What voices do goats make?
More so, I was talking about how white Boise is, and a man like Callan can't sell out in Idaho. What's happening?
I don't know. What are we doing here? I wish him the best.
I hope it wasn't a goat in the backseat situation. I know that happens to him a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just that when I'm doing a show in a city, I can't not do that show and come and do the fucking companion here. But also, how's Joe? I know, I get it. Also, even if I was, say, I was really mad at Joe, for whatever reason, maybe he punched me in the face or something, and then I was like, fuck that guy, and then he was like, want to do the fucking companion? I go, yes, like I'd say before he got it out.
This is why the 1,000 left LA, dude. Right? Because we're full of fake people. Right? You get their hawks, but really, they're rubber duckies, dude.
Can't do his best friend's companion, but he can do his uber famous Joe Rogan's companionship. I understand.
Because all he sees is the numbers, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, the Matrix, like follow the white rabbit, whatever, and you see all the green numbers kind of thing. That's what Joe is to him, dude. He's just a man full of green numbers.
Right. I mean, Callan's always looking at the angles, right? He's getting in there. He's like, he's like, he punches, but then he backs off. He punches, but then he backs off. But what he's really trying to do is be a hawk. Not a dumb. Keep him busy. Let's see.
I go, yes! Yeah. But I'm mad! I get it.
So that.
Yeah. So, because I want to do one. I hate to say that at 56. Because I'm done doing campaigns with people that I'm not super close with. Like, it doesn't make it as fun.
Oh, a little bit of self-awareness. Yeah. What do you think?
I think it's just done for the show. I don't think he really cared.
Oh, okay. You don't think
There's the content.
You don't think the rift is real? Come on, dude.
Chop thought that would be like a funny, like, oh, you can always do that, but you can't do mine. And they like riff on it. Bishop likes to needle Brian, and he thinks it's like entertaining for sure.
Yeah. But you know, Brian likes to needle himself. You seen the stand-up beat?
Oh yeah, we watched the whole catalog on Patreon, so check it out if you want to see our reactions to that.
Also, it wasn't worth it.
I thought it was good.
It's fun when you're like, I guess when you're watching us be tortured, but it's not fun.
Oh yeah,
Torture.
the toll was rough.
Was it worth it?
Large toll on our.
And we didn't even learn how to become hawks.
No.
We just had to do it ourselves. All right, so this one's posted by Haphazard again, dude. Cooking up that chicken. He never uses that word on air. Oh, this clip, dude. I've seen it before in the Discord. Join the Discord if you want to. It's free. I posted one day where I was like, I'm feeling bad for Papa. Swear to God, dude. They posted this in there, and I felt all right again, dude. I felt normal again.
And how gangster was how gangster was that judge?
I get it.
You ever talk to your girl, go, hey, is your sister retarded?
Well, now that would be an insensitive way to ask about it.
No, you just gotta cut straight to the chase. I said somebody was a retard. No, I thought you did the one word. Retarded. Remember, I accidentally said on here I was that nice and switch it, but I'm very conscious of it, especially on the air. You'll be live with because he's clearly doing okay. He's functioning in society. Yeah. So by them going, hey man, you're basically retarded. He's like, what? Not that hard.
He says it so like pronounced. It's not just like quickly. It's like full. It's like he goes retarded.
Yeah.
Like there's never any kind of like. Did he just say that? No. He like said it and he did it as a joke and he used it on purpose. And there's a clip like I don't use it.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't. I had this thing happen with a family where I accidentally said it one time, and after that, I just said, you know what? It's just not.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Oh, the Jada thing? Remember? What? The Jada thing where she's like, and this part is very important.
Yeah. Look at that ridiculous kettlebell.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't mind swinging that around, Daddy.
I feel like, yeah, if I worked out that, I'd get stronger.
Yeah.
I was, honestly, growing up in Lincoln, high school, college, it's just something that was in that noise, just something. You was like, bro,
He's lying to the actor from Scrubs.
I know, isn't that Greg Kinnear or something?
No, Johnson McGinley, the guy from Platoon.
Another way.
Yeah, those two guys I could get that.
Yeah.
you're retarded.
Definitely presented himself.
Yeah, it's like he's a retard.
He's a
Well,
wordsmith.
I know. Which I never use because I had a personal connection to it. But also, I'm personal.
That's very funny. That he had a personal connection. Personal connection to the word retard.
Yeah, I mean, I know another personal connection he has to it.
Growing up, I was me and my brother would use the word retard. Yeah, I'd be a retard. Yeah,
They tried. I always thought
your dad goes retard, so he
it looks disgusting. It looks too gross.
I always I always thought back and forth, like, even me growing up, like, dude, don't be retarded. I'm not saying you don't be retarded. It's just like,
Obviously, that's not what you're saying, Sean.
Dude, shout out to the clips, or the chins, or the, you know what I'm saying, dude. All the people, the chefs.
Yeah, this is a great compiling. Cap is really, he put a lot of time into this.
It's like, they didn't make the Great Wall in a day, right? It took them a long time.
No, I mean, I know people say I'm reductive for saying this, but some of these chefs are really like founding fathers, like Thomas Jefferson, George Washington, John Hancock. Like, that's their kind of, it's like making up the Constitution.
But I wouldn't say it's like the Constitution because there's a lot of amendments in this Constitution. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff you got to remember. You know?
But I'm sorry, Dick, that I don't know that. But like amendments are to the Constitution, right?
Yes.
So there are a lot of.
There's just a lot of stuff that you're like, but there's like 26 amendments, right? And you could douche me on that. I don't know for a fact. But a shop got more than 200, 300 pages of amendments.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Don't you dare laugh at me, dude.
I'm laughing at myself. I wasn't even sure that amendments were.
But definitely part of his Bill of Rights. I threw in another one.
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly.
Another part is Bill O'Reilly.
Is don't ever say the word retard. You're retard, right?
Fair enough.
The word vernacular, like just the way people talk.
Yeah, my dad used to take us to a Goodwill. We could pick out one thing. I remember I was obviously retarded as a kid. I picked out a ski.
Thank you, Dr. Phil.
The way retarded. But he doesn't mean mentally handicapped. Right?
No. He's made that clear, thankfully.
But yeah, that's a great chin clip. We might cut the first episode here. So catch us next week if you're not on the Patreon. If you want to see the rest of this episode, it's on Patreon now. I'm out of town for a week. We'll be back to the regular scheduled programming next week. Bye.
Bij Dirk staan we voor onze principes. Zoals alles wat je nodig hebt voor een Dirk-prijs. Van vers tot voorraadkast, zonder dat je te veel betaalt. Met deze week almond yoghurt. Alle varianten voor mij €1,49. Op Dirk kun je rekenen.
I'm Brendan Shaw's biggest fan. Ever heard of him? Now, you might not have been aware of that because I only talk about him 10 minutes a day, 7 times a week for about 2 years now, but I'm not a number guy. If you don't know who Brendan Shaw is, he's the greatest comedian who's ever lived. He dabbled in fighting a little bit before moving into comedy, where he then did 2 of the greatest specials anyone has ever seen anywhere. In any fashion. So we here at Timos decided to come up with a tier list, as we call it, or a tier list, as you might know it, of our favorite Shabbisms, or Shabbanese of you, which you might not know if you're not redacted. But I'll explain to you. By the end, I hope you can tell me whether it's Netflix or Blockers. So let's start off with one of the other greatest comedians of all time, George Carlin. You might know him as George Carlin, but I can't even say it right anymore because that's how redacted I am.
Who inspired, let's say, George Carlin?
George Carlin. We talk about comedy. George Carlin, Mount Rushmore for sure.
A little bit weird.
And that's why he's
Weird
featured.
and Joe
Ever
Rogan.
heard of it? Hey, are you a numbers guy? Because I am. You know who else is? Our favorite Bob.
So 20% of the security, there's 20% of high voice lovers.
Feel like one right over here.
And then 80% is in the middle.
The media
Where they're like, yeah,
is
we
so
fight.
He's always kind of confused, which is kind of lame.
So
He's always
weird.
kind of confused.
This day is what we do. Like, let's say this does 500,000 views.
And you're like, is anybody
By the time we
fucking
cover our
rational?
clips, we're
Is
getting
anybody
millions and millions and millions. So they cut down the
so
short
few
Especially when there's
that
not
community
That's why I'm putting it
himself
up. C tier.
just
I'm getting a little
rises to
tired.
the top
I'm
of the
probably
heap.
gonna have coffee,
Well,
but I
it's
could
funny,
have
dude,
kratom.
because
Heavy
so like
kratom
since the last time,
specifically.
Gary, and I've been doing your kratom? What?
this is
Have you been doing
like
kratom?
on me in a way now.
Why are you scratching your neck?
He's a comedian. This guy's not a
Have you been doing kratom or not?
That's right.
I got kratom on you? Answer the question. Right now. Yeah, right now is my question. Yeah, do you have any in your pockets right now? In capsules in my left pocket?
Yeah, that's been like the
1, 2, 3,
essentially that's
4,
like
5,
the
6,
notch.
7,
Like,
8,
yeah, you're acting like you're an expert, but you're just some comedian. That's
There's
like,
only one thing we can do.
but that's the point.
I'm not gonna do that
That's always
because
been
I'm
the
worried
point.
about my
Like, yes,
health.
I'm just a comedian. I'm not an expert. And still, being not an expert, handle your favorite meal. And I will tear them to
Okay, what is
shreds.
the deal with
It's actually
kratom?
not
Isn't
that
it like
hard. And like these people aren't really experts either.
Now the way they have to do it, I think it's chin to your hair. It's been around for thousands of years. So heroin is here.
I don't know a lot about soccer, but I do know that Neymar is not Niedermeyer.
Now, you know, Messi, Love, and
There's
Niedermeyer
always different people who
are all
have
teammates.
expertise in
That is incredibly redacted. I also don't really watch soccer, so I don't hear about it as much. Let's take a quick break so I can tell you about my favorite comedy special of all time, the Gringo Pop.
You guys.
Let's do it. Mr. Whole Foods. What does that mean? I don't know. He just called somebody in the audience that.
As he says, he's taking a nacho dip in nacho cheese. Oh, my bad, Mr. Whole Foods.
He said, you're dipping your nacho nacho and your nacho cheese. I don't know what that means either.
Makes sense.
You know who's spicy? Latinas. Apparently they're assholes. That's what Chuck says, not me. I like Latina people.
Real spicy, right? Real spicy. You know what spicy means? They're assholes. That's what that means. Sorry, man.
I wasn't, but I was gonna get dumped. Honest.
Remember I called my mom. I was like, "Hey, mama, are you backstage?" She's like, "Listen," and then I love donuts.
That's the conversation he had with his mom about the vaccine somehow. At one point in the special, he just says the names of Spanish food, Mexican foods. Married a Mexican, y'all. He married a Mexican.
Married a Mexican, y'all.
He goes, Canada, Viva de Gallo, Chiricao.
Huevos ancho.
He starts out by going, "Hey Dallas, I love you, Texas. A lot of ladies in the crowd tonight," which is the best start I've ever seen to a comedy special.
There's some ladies in the crowd tonight.
Dallas is different, and Los Angeles is North Korea with a beach.
LA is North Korea with a beach. But they give us Wi-Fi, so that's cool.
I don't know. I think North Korea probably has beaches, Daddy.
Nice.
Needles aren't touching this temple, Daddy.
That needle's not touching this fucking temple, Daddy.
The best way to watch is with your night vision goggles, your Ugg boots, your big dick. Sorry about that.
What?
Be cool. Tom Brady has Ugg boots.
Be cool, man. Be cool.
Also, if you're on a keto...
And when you come to that grips with that is where you grow. That is the seed of your growth and realizing who you are and your relationship to this phenomena, etc. And I feel that would be very true of my life. And had I not gone on this journey with them, I would not be who I am today. And so I do wish that this had happened in my life. And the experiences that I mentioned, I talked about something that happened when I was 7 and in my teens. Some of the weirdest stuff, happened in my 20s.
Well, let's talk a little bit more about that, William, when we come back. William Kondaleski with us, and we're going to open up the phone lines. Share your stories, ask a question. We'll be right back on Coast to Coast AM.
Sign up now for Coast Zone, our free email newsletter. Get it today at coasttocoastam.com.
Some of them want to abuse you. Some of them want to be abused.
On the new season of the podcast Heavyweight, I pointed the gun at him and said this isn't a joke. The man who robbed a bank when he was 14 years old, and the centenarian who rediscovers a love lost 80 years ago.
How can a 101-year-old woman fall in love again?
Listen to Heavyweight on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Heavyweight and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but you grew up and things changed. Well, it's time to put it back on your list. Innovative things are happening in teaching today, and you can be a part of it.
Make more. Teach. Visit teach.org. Brought to you by Teach and the Actors. The free iHeartRadio app is #1 for music, radio, and podcasts all in one. Discover a new podcast from our library of hundreds of thousands of titles. Here's an iHeartRadio podcast preview.
How much do you know about the person you love and who they really are? This is a story about a young couple who fall for each other despite everything.
How could you be so sick?
It's a story of manipulation on an epic scale.
This case, oh my god, where to start? What the hell is going on?
If you get on the television, you go walk. You can see it's completely unrealistic.
It's about who we are online, how little we know, and uncovering a 10-year scam.
The only thing I have is truth on my side.
I'm Alexi Mostris. I'm a journalist at Tortoise Media, and this is Sweet Bobby.
iHeartRadio app, #1 for music, radio, and podcasts, all in one app.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County, more stimulating talk. KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. And it's time for your morning wake-up call. Here's Amy King.
Good morning. It's 5 o'clock straight up. This is your wake-up call for Monday, October 6th. I'm Amy King. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The first Monday in October, which is when the new Supreme Court session starts. Feels like it never even ended this year. Supreme Court's been weighing in on all kinds of stuff. I wonder if they didn't get as much vacation this year because things have been so crazy. So it's a beautiful weekend. Gorgeous. And then did you feel it this morning? It's a little bit of a chill in the air when I got out. I was like, oh, maybe fall is finally here. Got a nice week all the way to weather-wise. And of course, it was a good weekend for me because the Dodgers won. Headed into game 2 today. I'm hoping the boys in blue continue to shine. It was a heck of a game on Saturday. Loved it. Here's what's ahead on Wake Up Call. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from deploying any National Guard troops to Oregon, including the California National Guard. The president ordered California troops to Oregon after the judge Saturday blocked Oregon National Guard troops from being deployed to Portland. She followed up yesterday, blocking Guard troops from all states. The administration will appeal. President Trump says he thinks the Israeli hostages will be freed very soon. He said before leaving the White House yesterday that negotiations are underway. He said he's hearing that the talks are going very well and will probably last several days. Talks are scheduled today in Egypt. One of the Hawks has come home. One of the 2 Harris Hawks, stolen from SoFi Stadium more than a week ago, then released, was spotted yesterday in Hacienda Heights. Someone called police. The Hawk's owner went and retrieved the Hawk. The second one hasn't been found, but the owner says she's out there and we'll keep looking. The government shutdown is into day 6. Is there any movement, or are both sides still just dug in? And what might get one side or the other to budge? We'll find out with ABC Steve Roberts coming up in just a couple of minutes. Talks are on tap, as I mentioned, in Egypt today to try to stop the war in Gaza. We'll be checking into KFI's White House correspondent John Decker on that. And you know that I love all things space. We have our friend Colonel Nick Hague, who was at the International Space Station. Well, there's a group of students in California who've been chosen to send their experiment up to the International Space Station. And we're going to be talking to one of those students a little bit later on during Wake Up Call. Let's get started with some of the stories coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom. That federal judge has temporarily blocked the Trump administration from sending any National Guard troops to Portland. The judge granted a motion yesterday for a temporary restraining order filed by California a day after troops from Oregon were blocked. The motion yesterday stopped the deployment of up to 300 members of the California National Guard. President Trump criticized the ruling.
The place is burning down and they pretend like there's nothing happening.
Trump also authorized sending 300 National Guard members to Chicago. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker says the Trump administration is making the city a war zone as it cracks down on violent crime and illegal immigration. Former USC and NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez has been charged in connection with a fight in Indianapolis and sent him to the hospital. He's accused of battery, public intoxication, and unlawful entry of a vehicle. A delivery driver told police that he was dropping off food this weekend when Sanchez told him he needed to move his car. He claimed Sanchez started threatening and following him and then attacked him. The guy says he used pepper spray and a knife in self-defense. I don't know, this song started growing on me. Taylor Swift's the official release party of a showgirl has topped real movies at the box office. It earned $33 million in its 3-day release. The 89-minute feature has behind-the-scenes footage and the music video for The Fate of Ophelia. Last weekend's number 1, One Battle After Another, was number 2 with $11 million in ticket sales. And The Rock and Emily Blunt's new movie, The Smashing Machine, opened in 3rd. Let's take a look at your morning commute. An early look. I hear it's a little bit active out there. Good morning, Michael Morris. Tell us, please, about the crash in East LA.
Sure, good morning to you. 5 northbound just before the 710. It's an accident in tight on the 2 middle lanes. And even at this early stage of the morning, the 5 northbound a busy ride heading to the East LA interchange from Garfield up to the 710. Onto the 10 westbound before Fremont Avenue. The SUV spun out. Looks like one of the left-hand lanes is blocked. No slowing though away from the San Gabriel Valley heading to the East LA interchange on the 10 west. We have Caltrans wrapping up on the 110 southbound. 2 left-hand lanes have been closed all night long between Manchester Avenue and the 105. This was an all-night overhead sign project, probably cleaning up graffiti off the signs. Another Caltrans project coming to an end on the 5 southbound. 2 right-hand lanes have been closed during the overnight hours for a slab rehab project between Slauson Avenue and the 605. On to Torrance on the 405 northbound just past Artesia Boulevard. The vehicle fire just reported, but we're not seeing any delays through the South Bay curve. Ontario, good news, 10 eastbound before Haven Avenue, the vehicle fire cleared from the 2 right lanes. The Southern Californians was accurate traffic reports. I'm Mike Morris.
Thank you, Mike. Mike's going to help you get to wherever you need to go this Monday morning. First Monday in October. Time to say good morning now to ABC's political analyst, Steve Roberts. So, Steve, we're into day 6 of the government shutdown. Have we seen any movement?
No. And the real reason is because both sides really think they can profit politically. Now, they're probably both not right. But here's their calculations. On the one hand, you have President Trump. He is by far the most dominating figure in American politics. He's got the biggest megaphone, the biggest pulpit. Every time you see him or a Republican on TV, they have big signs behind them saying Democratic shutdown. And they feel that they can drive this message home. Here's the problem. Donald Trump has exercised enormous powers in his first months in office. It's virtually every day he's doing something. He says we're going to send government, National Guard troops to support them. We're going to cancel billions of dollars worth of energy grants to Democratic states, or I'm going to furlough and fire government employees, or I'm going to defy a federal judge, or I'm going to declare war on the Venezuelan cartels. Every single day, Donald Trump is boasting, amplifying, exaggerating his power. It's too bad. How did you then turn around and say, oh, by the way, he's government shutdown, it's the other guy's fault? It's a mixed message, right? And so you look at the ABC, the Washington Post ABC poll, 47% of Americans blame Trump for the shutdown, only 30% blame the Democrats. CBS poll, 52% disapprove of Trump's handling of the shutdown, only 32% approve. So the short term, Democrats seem to be winning the messaging battle, but that short term is one way to go.
Okay, and then Steve, in your experience, because you've been covering these kinds of things for a while, what is it that's going to make one of the sides budge? Because both of them are pretty dug in right now. Is it the polling?
That is part of it. But Donald Trump hates to lose, and he's pretty dug in. And the Democrats, here's their calculation. They've taken a lot of fire. Because if you look at it, it is the Democrats in the Senate who are exercising the only lever of power Democrats have in Washington is the filibuster in the Senate. Republicans control the White House, they control both houses of Congress. Some people would argue they also control the Supreme Court. So the one real leverage they have is the filibuster in the Senate, and they've used it now 4 times to block the Republican resolution to reopen the government. That's going to start causing some problems because they, superficially, they look like the obstructionists that Republicans have. You could argue that there are 3 Democratic senators who have already broken ranks to vote for bills that would reopen the government. The Republicans need 5 more to effect. And so, there's a lot of pressure on the Democrats, but on the other hand, they have a really issue here. It's very interesting insight. Changing nature of American politics, and they're all very conservative Republicans from Missouri. They said to his own party, look, you gotta understand, we're not the country club, rich white programs depend on all sorts of government help to get through their lives and balance their budgets. And we have to understand now that the whole political base has shifted in some way. Republicans are now victims of their own success because they have a broader base of their party. You see it in Southern California. You see it all over the country. And so the pressure on Republicans can grow because a lot of their own voters depend on those very subsidies on Obamacare that the Democrats are trying to preserve.
Right. Well, we'll have to watch and see which one blinks first. Steve Roberts, ABC, thanks so much for your information.
Anytime, sure.
All right, let's get back to some of the stories coming out of the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Lawyers for Sean Combs say the judge is treating the music mogul unjustly. He was sentenced Friday to more than 4 years in prison for his 2 prostitution-related convictions. ABC's Eric Katursky says Combs has asked for mercy as his lawyers asked for time served.
But the judge rejected his plea, saying the sentence needed to send a message to abusers and victims alike that exploitation and violence against women is met with real accountability.
The attorneys say their appeal will center on the argument that the judge unfairly considered charges that Combs was acquitted of. Combs' legal troubles are not over with the sentencing in that last case. Another lawsuit's been filed in L.A.
The lawsuit accuses Diddy of hosting a 2014 after-party where a former intern says he was drugged, sexually assaulted, and later contracted HIV. The man, identified as John Doe, says he blacked out after drinking at a party following a Diddy music video shoot in Val Verde, north of Los Angeles. Diddy's attorney hasn't responded to the latest filing, but the rapper already faces multiple civil suits alleging sexual misconduct and abuse. Rashida D'Agostino, KFI News.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth's announced changes to policies and standards in the military are being questioned by a retired general. Peter Carelli, who served 2 tours of duty in Iraq, says he sees it as an attack on women.
And the fact that there are people who say that women have been let into different combat fields and cannot meet the standards, I just don't believe that's true.
Hegseth has issued new directives that make physical standards the same for everyone in uniform. Civil rights icon Jesse Jackson has been taken to the hospital with a lung infection. He was admitted over the weekend. His family made the announcement about it during an event celebrating the Reverend's 84th birthday. Jackson was not at that event. General Motors, Hyundai, and Ford say they're going to extend discounts on certain electric models after a $7,500 federal tax credit expired last week. They say it's to keep the momentum going after a surge in sales in the third quarter. Sales of EVs are expected to slow down as the Trump administration ends incentives for them and automakers dial back production of electric vehicles. Hundreds of hikers on Mount Everest have been trapped by heavy snow. The Chinese news site said the hikers were trapped at an elevation of more than 16,000 feet. Hundreds of rescuers went up the mountain yesterday to try to clear paths and get the trapped people down. SNL has returned.
Bad Bunny hosted the 51st season of Saturday Night Live. He addressed the recent controversy over his upcoming Super Bowl halftime performance in his opening monologue.
I know that people all around the world love my music. I'm also happy, especialmente todos los latinos.
Blockchain anchor Colin Jost opened the show with a parody of Pete Hegseth's speech to military leaders last week.
Our military is gay as hell.
The show also featured a performance by Huntress from K-pop Demon Hunters. Amy Poehler is set to host next week for the program KFI News.
How about those boys in blue? Game 1 of the National League Division Series happened in Philadelphia Saturday. Dodgers were down. There's a lot of hand-wringing going on at my house. And then up steps Kike Hernandez.
And the best 2-out offense in baseball the last 2 years show up again. On a 1-0 pitch, Hernandez turns on one down the line. Fair ball into the left field corner. Freddie Freeman's coming home. Tommy Edman running through a stop sign, and he does so smartly. He slides in safely to score. Kike Hernandez lights a pair with a 2-out, 2-run double.
And with the Dodgers still behind 3-2, here comes Teoscar Hernandez.
High in the air, right center field. Bader on the run, on the warning track. He's at the wall. It's gone! Teo time in game 1. He flips the scoreboard with a 3-run bomb.
The Dodgers went on to win at 3-2. are 5-3. Game 2 is this afternoon. First pitch goes out at 3:08, and you can hear all the action on our sister station, AM 570 KLAC. When we come back, talks are on tap in Egypt today to try to stop the war in Gaza. KFI's White House correspondent John Decker is going to tell us what's been agreed on so far and whether peace is really possible in the Middle East. Let's check in with Michael. We've got a car on fire in Lawndale.
On the northbound side of the 405, just past Inglewood Avenue, there's a vehicle fire on the right shoulder, but no delay is heading through the South Bay curve on the 405 northbound. Some good news near East LA on the 5 northbound just before the 710. An earlier accident cleared from the 2 middle lanes, but the 5 northbound still a busy ride from Garfield up to the 710. Santa Ana Canyon, 91 westbound before Green River Road, a small pickup truck was partially blocking the left-hand lane. Looks like CHP officers got out there and cleared that truck out of the way. With Southern California's most accurate traffic reports, I'm Mike Mormons.
Back to doing what I love anymore. Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Do you want to walk, play pickleball, and enjoy other fun activities to stay healthy, but can't because you're in pain? Hi, this is Mike. The Good Feet store wants to help you get out of pain.
I just had difficulty walking when I had pain. I tried them out in the store, and I would say almost instant relief.
Are you buying new shoes and inserts with little or no relief? I tried all kinds of shoes. It was the arch supports that made the difference from the Good Feet store. Don't let foot, knee, or back pain get in the way of you staying healthy and having fun. Next to the Good Feet store, I'm on 3 nights a week, payment free. At the Good Feet store, we'll personally fit you with high-quality arch supports that maximize your comfort. Get back to doing what you love. Stop in the Good Feet store or book your free fitting at goodfeet.com. We have 11 area locations. Find the one closest to you at goodfeet.com.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
This is Doug Alley. Here's what's trending for the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz. The Chargers gave up 27 straight points, while to the Commanders for their second straight loss. Justin Herbert threw for 166 yards, a touchdown, and a pick. Dodgers look to take a 2-0 lead in the NLDS tonight when they visit the Phillies. Lakers fell to the Warriors on the road in preseason play. NHL regular season almost here. Kings host the Avs tomorrow. I'm Ron Moss.
Looking for an exceptional driving experience? Find it behind the wheel of a Mercedes-Benz SUV. Experience the power, precision, and intelligence of an iconic Mercedes-Benz SUV at your local Mercedes-Benz dealer today.
This report is sponsored by Blindstar.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindstar.com. We sell custom blinds, shades, and shutters at low prices. Our blinds are handcrafted to fit your windows, and if they don't, for any reason, we'll remake them for free. Your satisfaction is always guaranteed at Blindstar.com. Putin disregards everything, and he is guessing that the Western world will do nothing. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. They won't stand up to Putin. Just say no. There's the line. They won't. NATO was created to protect Western Europe from Russia. And now Russia is determining who can or cannot be in NATO. No, man. It's stunning. It's stunning.
This morning at 6 on KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk.
We both upgraded our homes with American Vision windows.
Get your new front doors look beautiful from American Vision Windows, and right now they got their Safe and Sound savings event.
Get up to $2,000 off windows, doors, and safety upgrades. Protect your home with thicker laminated glass, multi-point locks, and their sound, sun, and cold packages.
This is California's #1 window replacement and employee-owned company.
Give them a call at 888-785-5713 or go to AmericanVisionWindows.com.
Valid for limited time. Restrictions apply. Policy website for details. Offer expires 31/25. Say selfie number 758-326.
We're worried about market losses. If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. In times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life.
شكل شنو بالنسبة للتلون راهن الاتفاق.
Of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%. All guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with the process. Call Trajan today. 310-299-9960. 310-299-9960.
Chicken Channel Management.
Fidelity Wealth Management, a dedicated advisor gets to know you and your goals to build a comprehensive plan to help grow and protect your wealth. Backed by a team of specialists, they'll analyze all your accounts, even the ones they don't manage, to deny taxes and provide proactive portfolio insights that can help you unlock your wealth.
Israel,
Comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on one day with Cintas. AEDs are up to date. Your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected. Your floor mats are cleaned and delivered. And your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday. KFI KM 640, more stimulating talk.
It's 5:22 on your Monday morning wake-up call. Here's what we're following in the KFI 24-hour newsroom. A judge blocked 300 California National Guard troops from going to Portland. President Trump ordered the deployment after the same judge on Saturday blocked Oregon National Guard troops from being deployed. In the order yesterday, she blocked National Guard troops from any state. The administration's appeal. A 35-year-old man from Winnetka is expected to plead guilty today to cheating Medicare out of almost $16 million. Carpus Strapian is charged with money laundering and healthcare fraud. He allegedly billed Medicare for hospice services that were never provided and used the names of two dead doctors to bill Medicare.
What's up, pimp? Apologies, I couldn't talk. I was saying my prayers. What's good, son? What's new with you? What's new with you, pimp? All right, you're good. No stand-up this week, right? Why isn't it on? Oh, King's birthday? Labor Day, okay. Are you ready to play? All right. What up, pimp? Okay, so let's talk about something other than mental health. What's on your agenda for this week? That was a good shot. That was a very good. Watch the video of someone what? Oh, go in the hole. Okay, what's on your agenda for this week? Like, what are your plans for the week? Okay, those aren't like plans, dog. I mean, like, are you gonna try to get a job? Are you gonna call that plays? What are your thoughts? What are you gonna do? Okay, that's not really a thing though. You're going on Thursday to that singles thing. Are you excited about that? Why not? Dog, Chelsea doesn't. Chelsea's got an amazing personality, and she lives like she's like your neighbor.
We'll be watching. KFI's White House correspondent John Decker. Thanks so much, John. We'll talk to you soon.
Thank you.
A man from Long Beach has been arrested on suspicion of murder and attempted murder for allegedly stabbing two of his roommates. Police were called late Saturday morning about a fire. When they got there, they found two men with stab wounds. One died at the scene, the other was taken to the hospital. The alleged stabber has been arrested. Studies by UC Riverside show that levels of well-being in the Inland Empire are below national averages. Only 41% of people in the IE say they feel
What a shot! That was beautiful, Zoot.
UCR Center for Community Solutions Executive Director Justine Ross tells KFI
Good job, man. Did I learn how to do what? Not with a shot like I just had. What are you gonna do, dog? Are you gonna go? Are you gonna go?
cancer detection and prevention. Dr. Elizabeth Coleman of Lancome Health at NYU says all required to be
Good.
informed on their mammogram if they have.
So if you have dense breasts, you really need to talk to your doctor about whether you need additional imaging. Breast MRI to detect.
I don't think so because that shot's in the water, which means it's. Are you serious? Can I not make it through there? Oh, dude, I just gave you like a good opportunity.
It'll be the first of 3 consecutive supermoons. Supermoons are bigger and brighter than other full moons because they're closer than normal to Earth. Tonight's is called a harvest moon. The full moon closest. That's where the sun is exactly above the equator. Come on, wake up call. I love space.
That is a 10.
California. And to send their experiment to the International Space Station. And so
Okay.
I gotta talk to those people.
That was really good, though.
So we'll be talking
Looks like you might win. Are you proud of yourself? You're guaranteed the win. I hate this hole, though. I don't think I. Maybe one time I finish it. I never do well. I think this is one of the most difficult holes in either. No, I hate this hole. I don't do well on it. You got kicked out and then back? Oh, great question. I've had to redesign them to go back to kick, but they are basically pretty close to being like always working. So even if they get banned, they'll just come back and work, and they're not going to get banned as often, I don't think, because I've started to go with more spamming on smaller accounts. So instead of doing less spamming on big accounts, more spamming on smaller accounts seems to be, wow, that was good, Zoot. A way to go. Okay, I mean, that's not that long of a life. Fuck. This hole is so hard. I mean, he needs to eat a little something more, but not necessarily that much more. Probably about 30 years. Yeah. So good win. We have to talk about this. Probably just all alcohol. Look at this shot, Zoot. Look at this shot, Zoot. How bad is what? Oh, alcohol for? I mean, it's like literal poison. Yeah, it's like toxic. That's why you get the effects of it, because it's like your body addressing the toxicity. Oh, I disagree with that. You can have some good times. It alleviates your inhibitions. It can make you dance. It can make you go up to girls and ask them out. That is true. But it makes it easier. No way you get it through there. No way. Impossible. Impossible, Zoot. Zoot, when are you going to call that place? All right, you just did. So why don't you call them tomorrow? Zoot, answer my question. Dude, you haven't talked to anybody who's a medical professional about this subject. Not one. You've never talked to a doctor about it. Never. You talk to like people on the street or random individuals online. You don't talk to anybody who is an expert in this subject. Dude, you have never talked to a doctor about this subject. And that's what you need to do. You're annoying that you just randomly blurt out things and you don't want to help yourself. I would understand if you were like, look, Rabbi, I am taking the medication or I am in some type of therapy to stop this. I understand that. That I get. And oh, what a shot. And I can understand, like, I get that. But for you to just be like, Dude, let me finish. Let me finish. You say they don't work. You've never taken them. Okay, you don't know. You've never talked to a doctor about this. You've never. First, I know you're lying because you've said they don't make medications for Tourette's. And then when I told you that they did, now all of a sudden you say, well, they don't work. You've never talked to a doctor about this. They're used by millions of people around the world. And you didn't even know. You don't know anything about this subject. I don't know if you're just afraid or what, but you're weird for wanting to, you're weird. You're weird wanting to get diagnosed with other conditions that you don't have, and you don't want to get the one that you do have addressed. That's weird. They have other therapies that you might be able to utilize. So you go to a doctor and you say, look, I don't want to take Tourette syndrome medication. Okay. But what else can you do for me? And Zoot, all you have to do is call the place. You even know their number. What a shot. What a phenomenal shot. Zoot, you're full of shit. Okay. I don't care. I don't care about that. That takes days to get followed up on. You literally could do this within an hour, like 10 minutes. You just have to call the place. All you have to do, and you've lied about it before. You're like, oh, I'm going to the doctor. I mean, I just nobody wants a friend who straight up lies to them. No one wants that. And you don't have a really good reason to do it. Look, if your life were on the line or something like that, I'd be like, okay, I understand why you're lying. But you're basically just being stubborn, and it makes it frustrating to be your friend. And I want the best for you, and I want you to be able to live a successful life. So, what you need to do tomorrow is contact that place, whatever it was called, Mental Health Adelaide or whatever, and you say to them, I would like to discuss a Tourette syndrome diagnosis. If I have it, I want to know how to deal with it without medication. That's all. That's all you need to do. If you did that, then you wouldn't hear me bitching about it because I'd be like, okay, he did everything that he could. But instead, you just sit here and blurt random shit out. Sometimes it's offensive to me, and I don't like it, but I deal with it because I'm your friend and I understand that you have this issue. But not everybody's going to be that way. You have the potential to meet a really nice girl on Thursday. And you don't want to be able. And you, let me finish. And you don't want to have that opportunity go to waste because you blurt out titties or you give her the finger or you. Oh, I can't believe I missed that. Or you just ask her something that's inappropriate. Then you don't have to take them anymore. You don't know that, Zoo. And you need to get this addressed with the doctor. If you want, yeah, after this game. Okay. Okay, Zoo. So tell me this week you will call the place and not lie to me by saying that you called and that they didn't pick up or that you went to a doctor's appointment. Like, just do it, man. It's for your own good. It would be like someone were having tooth pain, and all they did is complain to their friend about their tooth pain. And their friend was like, well, dude, why don't you just go to a dentist? And they're like, dentists don't work. I've talked to people before and they've gone to dentists and it didn't help them. And it's like, okay, that's fine, but that's not you. Go to the dentist and get this. Not everybody has Tourette's syndrome, Zoo, but it's a perfect analogy. It's an absolute perfect analogy. How'd you like that one, Zoot? Because I had already hit a shot that was below. It just takes you to your previous shot. I mean, we're playing the same game. I figured you would have known that. Zoot, are you going to call the place this week? No. Your inquiry is nothing. It means nothing, and it's fake, and it's as much of a lie as it is when you said that you went to the doctor previously. I'm talking tomorrow morning, you call, and you make an appointment with the place. It's as simple as that. It's free. It doesn't cost. It doesn't cost you anything. The state pays for it, and it's literally going to be the best thing to ever happen to you. Zoot, what are you talking about? It's not real. Zoot, you have it, and it's bad, and it's causing issues in your life. It is very bad, dude. It causes you to just randomly say things. Yeah, but it shouldn't exist, or it should be addressed. You're just letting it go, and frankly, it's not. It makes you not a sociable person. You're a very nice person. You've got a lot going for you. But this makes you shit the bed. It's like you literally have, it's like you're baking a cake. Your life is like you baking a cake. And you put the layers down and it's really, really pretty. But then at the very end, you take a poop on the cake. That's literally what you do. That's your life. And your ticks are the thing that make you. Zoot, you're the one who brought it up. You said that you're watching someone on YouTube with this. And I'm saying to you that it's important for you to get this addressed. When people come in here, you tell them to shut up or you become socially awkward with them. I want you to have a good life and I want people to enjoy you when you're living a normal life and you're unable to do so. So all you have to do to get me to shut up is say, yes, I will call the place this week and I will make an appointment. Zoot, will you call them and make an appointment this week? Not email, call them. All right, I'm going to hold you to that. You said that you would. I think you're lying, and I don't like that, but it is what it is.
I'm Jeff Jr. with 312, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things can be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into the IRA can provide better investments aligned with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard. With no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call $99.60. Deposit restrictions are offered through Trade LLC. SEC registered investment responsible.
Brought to you by Novartis, founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network. Taking a commanding 2-0 lead in their best of 7 W.
Yes.
Mercury, after winning Game 2 on Sunday, 91-78. Jackie Young and Asia Wilson led the way for the Aces with 32 and 28 points respectively, the second most combined points for a duo in WNBA Finals history. Game 3 is Wednesday. For more women's sports stories, subscribe to Good Game with Sarah Spain on the Heart Podcast.
I would say I am, but you're not in a bad one.
Makers of Kisqali Ribocycline, supporting all women who strive for sports and in life.
This report is sponsored by Blindstre.com. Need new blinds? At Blindstre.com, we offer guaranteed low prices, guaranteed satisfaction.
I mean, I have the lead on you 3-2. Yep.
And Instagram shares 5.4 million.
Okay. You're not part of this. Wait for that.
Please do.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Go ahead, big dog. Thanks, big man.
This team needs anyone who can stop the tush push. Now you're tough.
Big screens, fantastic food, cold draft beer.
This is a tough hole.
Number 2.
Live at Toronto for his monthly SoCal show, November 21st.
And the number 1 reason.
We're giving away $10,000 cash to Luck Rewards Card. 26. Play your favorite slots for entry.
A 9.
That's the expedition. So there's nothing in Elko we haven't heard. So I hit the gas. Nothing we can't fix.
A 3.
What's that? From transmissions.
This game is over. Perfect game. All right, dice party it is, son. Because it's the game of the day or whatever. Okay. Oh, I hate this game. Dude, are you gonna go or are you gonna jerk yourself off raw? I forget how to. Okay. Okay, what do I do? I mean, what are you, the power and Wi-Fi police? Not with solar. And Wi-Fi, and Wi-Fi is unlimited. Zoom. Dog, I love it. It's like my favorite thing in the world. It is my favorite thing in the world. No. I started going 24/7, like basically. Well, for the first 3 months, I just did it on GoPros. I know I'm hit and roll. It's like my thing is frozen. But then once I got comfortable on camera, I just wanted to do it more than anybody. Have you ever seen the movie The Truman Show or the television show Big Brother? All right, well, that's essentially what it is. You just get used to it. And I don't really think about, I mean, yeah, there are like a ton of people watching me right now, aside from the people in the. Yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm doing anything strange. Yet, now that's absolutely true. But I can't hear them, so it doesn't bother me. And I know what I'm doing is really important for the world. I mean, just creating data, at least being an exhibit for the world, is very valuable. Even just having a time capsule of the world, it's extremely valuable. So, what do I care if some 19-year-old kid who hasn't accomplished anything in his life, doesn't have an education, isn't going anywhere, is just sitting on Discord, cares about what I do? I'm educated, I'm financially independent, I am have an accomplished resume, I have certifications and degrees. What do I give a shit what that person has to say? Exactly. Exactly. Have that person accomplish a third of what I've accomplished over the course of my life, and then their opinion will matter more. But at this point, they just want to be a hater. They just want to talk shit, and they're they're more than welcome to. I don't silence them. Uh, I don't necessarily think that what they're saying doesn't have value, but they don't see what I'm doing. So they're only seeing like one small aspect of my life. But you're right, people do talk shit. There's no doubt about that. That's true. What's good in your life? What are you doing nowadays? Yeah, I get that. So do you skate at a park or do you skate? Absolutely. Are you in the skateboarding subreddit? Okay, well, it's something that you should use. It has all kinds of um skating knowledge on it. Dude, I can't hit the play button. I don't know why. On what? Well, I have 50,000 on Twitch, and I've got 10,000 on Instagram, and about 10,000 on all my accounts on TikTok. No, I didn't. Dude, the play button doesn't show up for me. I know, but I can't hit play, so I don't know if it counts. I don't think it does. Larry, what's on your agenda for this week? Yeah. Yeah. Do you know who Do you know who Joey Diaz is? Exactly. He's gonna do Monday Night Football tonight on Twitter. It's hilarious. Oh, Zoot, I finally figured out how to get it to work. There you go. Indica or sativa? Do you watch Joey Diaz? Do you watch Joey Diaz's podcast? All right, that's tight. Okay, so you you like you like it? Zoot, don't be an asshole, man. We have someone here. Okay, so do you like WWF or WWE? Do you like ECW? Really? Yeah. Okay. TNA? Oh, that's tight. Okay. Have you ever been to a WWE show? Yeah, they don't use chairs anymore, right? No more blood. Right. Right, but they used to do that. They used to cut above their eyebrows was like that's crazy. Um, right. Who's your favorite all time um, wrestler? Okay, um, not Dusty Rhodes. Okay, the guy who would wear a black leotard with yellow circles. Okay, yeah. So Cody Rhodes' dad, Dusty Rhodes, and Arn Anderson, Four Horsemen. Okay, why do you like them? Why do you like them? Okay. Uh, do you like Rey Mysterio Jr.? Okay, I would agree. Rey Mysterio Jr. more famous. Yeah. Okay. Oh, did you ever see Hulk Hogan fight? Damn, that's tight. All right. Did you ever see? So Andre the Giant was before your time, right? That's amazing. Where'd your grandmother see him? Did she? Was he nice, or did he speak English or anything? Wow, that's really cool. I've never known anybody to meet Andre the Giant. That's baller. All right. Uh, um. Yeah. So, what are your thoughts on Macho Man? Yeah, dude, baller. Right. What about Miss Elizabeth? Okay, so that was his wife. She didn't really fight though. I guess like maybe in '96 she fought once, but She's a very pretty lady who died of a drug overdose. She was his wife. She was Macho Man's wife, and then she got into a relationship. Do you know who the narcissist Lex Luger was or is? So, um, basically, he or she ended up dying in this drug overdose, but she was like one of the first, maybe most famous, like female managers. Okay, do you remember? I mean, I imagine you do. Undertaker. Do you remember his manager, Paul Bear? Right. Um, I know.
I was just starting as a traffic reporter, and you were just starting your morning show, so it's a while ago.
Well, that's good. Um, yeah. So, do you know why the manager has gone by the wayside? It's because the entertainers, the wrestlers have gotten better at expressing themselves, and they don't need someone else to do it on their behalf. And that means you don't have to pay multiple people, so it's just more cost effective.
And so, with that said, you have a dog, it's some kind of anxiety doggy program. By the way, dog regular.
So, what the fuck is your problem? Yeah, that's not dying, that's losing. That doesn't make any sense. Larry, did you ever see Kane? Okay. Oh, so Kane became like the mayor of some town in. No, you're good. Um, he became a mayor of like some little town, and Tennessee. Tennessee. And it's interesting that uh, he became successful afterward. The Rock became super successful. Some of these guys became like extremely successful afterward. Uh, that's true. That's absolutely true. Didn't wasn't Dave Bautista? Wasn't he a wrestler? Yeah, but now he's like a pretty big movie star. Do you want to see the movie with The Rock? Not by that much.
We start with a judge.
What's up, big dog? Larry, do you like Stone Cold Steve Austin? What'd you say, big man? Dude, in the heyday of the Attitude Era, everybody was such a big Stone Cold. I honestly was not, but everybody was like a huge Stone Cold Steve Austin fan. That's true. That's absolutely true. Right. Um, and he just had that. It was like mean, basically, like "f you," I can do whatever I want, and people love that. What are your thoughts? Oh, the other person who became really successful, Triple H. Correct. He's running. He's running WWE. He's running W. Oh yeah, I would imagine. So I don't know why Man didn't want to run WWE. Right. I don't know how to play this game, Zoo. Yeah, no, I know what you're saying. I don't like how tight it is with actual sports. I think that's dangerous. That it's on like ESPN and stuff like that. I don't think that's good for the sport. Well, it's good for WWE, but I don't think it's good for sports because people confuse it with being an actual sport, and I don't think that's healthy for it. For sports, I should say. Oh yeah. Well, there's a saying that I've heard. I think from like Ric Flair or somebody that uh, it should be called. Um, what do you call it? It starts with a C. I'll think of it in a second. Oh, like dance is a oh choreography. That's what it is. It's like athletic choreography, something like that. And I agree with that. Like it's to me like very much. You're good. You're good. It's something like the athletic choreography. I don't know if it could ever be like an Olympic sport, just because the results are predetermined. But um, do you watch MMA? Yeah, dude. Did you watch it this weekend? Yeah, I honestly didn't watch it either. I sometimes fall asleep for them. Um, but I've gotten into it over the course of the last 3 years or so. They're um, they're very entertaining. Very much enjoy watching it. You ever watch bare knuckle boxing? That is crazy. I I agree, but I really like it. Uh, right. I think it's sad that like some of them are so desperate that they have to do that. However, I think that has a really big opportunity at being a big sport. Um, they got some MMA guy I watched a couple weeks ago, and he made his debut, and he just destroyed his competition. I can't remember his name, but it's interesting to watch it where the guys are like in normal boxing, it'll go like 10 rounds, but bare knuckle does not. Once they get a hit on a guy, it's basically over. And they fuck them up. Right. Like basically, they don't go more than 2 or 3 rounds because if they do, uh, well, just because it's like if you land a punch, you're only gonna land like 3 or 4 punches max before the guy is gonna get knocked out, and it's the risk is so high. Um, yeah, that's why. Yeah. Oh, totally. What are your thoughts on? Well, and then they just fuck up guys' faces, like right. There was one that went viral a couple days ago. I'm going to say about that, um, and they're just bleeding all over. They're basically broken their noses so many times. Uh, okay, so what are your thoughts on slap slap fest or whatever it's called? Slap. Yeah. So I think that you're right. If we're worried about CTE with these athletes and what can happen with them, it's wild to me that they allow that sport. Like it seems like it's really easy to get to concuss someone or yeah, just basically concuss someone. It's and um right. Um and okay, so I think that they give some of those guys unfair advantages as well. The guys who have beards, I feel that's like a huge advantage, and um, but they they allow guys to have beards, and I just don't think that they should, or that everybody should get a beard, because that's going to take a lot of the brunt of the hit. So yeah, I don't really understand that, but I there are a couple of rules that I think they should change in MMA. Personally, I think that, and these are just things that Joe Rogan has really said, but I'm in agreement. Okay, the first thing is if that round ends and you're on the ground, it should continue. The next round should continue with you being on the ground. You shouldn't get to stand up just because, because it's like in a street fight, you don't get rounds, and that's what this is kind of supposed to emulate. Additionally, I think that um, they should not. Um, Oh, they should change the rule of the weight classes so that there should be an unlimited weight class. So you could have like a sumo wrestler fighting. I think that would be baller. Like basically right now, the highest weight you can have is 265, but that's not that big. Like if you're 6'5", 265, you kind of almost have to lose weight depending on how much muscle mass you have to get there. Another thing I would change is they do this thing. Well, I don't think it's really fair. Like the weigh-in process, that all you have to do is make weight for the weigh-in process once. Right. Well, or they're wearing like sweatsuits, like literally. Right. Um, but it can be dangerous because guys will and girls will basically either starve themselves or not drink any water. Like there's this thing I was reading that you can, if you're really trying to lose weight quickly, a lot of times what these guys will do is not eat and not drink, obviously, but so that they don't dehydrate themselves to the point of death, they chew on ice through a towel, and that gives them like a little bit of. I don't, I don't, I don't really get why that works, but I guess it's I I just think that they should have to weigh in more often so that they don't put themselves in dire risk at the end. Um, Another thing, I would have the weight classes make sense. So either in kilograms or pounds, ideally kilograms because it's like what most of the world uses, but it would be like, I don't know, whatever it is, 50 to 55 kilograms, 55 to 60 kilograms, 60 to 65 kilograms. Like everything would be standardized by 5 or 10, whatever you want it to be. But this whole thing where it currently is, where I think with pounds, it's like there's 100 to 155, and then it jumps from 155 to 165, and there's 165 to 170. Like the jumping around doesn't make much sense. I just feel like the weight classes need to be re-evaluated and just be standardized. And I would be okay if they went metric with that. That's fine. But I would also like to see super heavyweights. So right now, heavyweights ends at 265. I want to see that increase to unlimited. I honestly think that if you wanted to be the best kind of fighter in MMA, the absolute best is the body type of a sumo wrestler because they can just use their weight and fucking, like, you're punching them or whatever, but it's hard to get to their face because their body's in the way, and all they have to do is basically tackle you and then just hold you, and they can just use their weight, like 300, 400, 500 pounds, to destroy you. I just think that that's a right. And I think that that body type is the ideal one for cage fighting. And I know that people probably think that's goofy, but I really do. I mean, okay, take somebody like John Jones. He's a heavyweight champion of the world, or was, or whatever. Now it's Tom Aspinall, but whatever. Either one of them, like, they're big dudes. They're like, I think Tom Aspinall is like 6'5". John Jones is up there. Okay, and they, like, at least John Jones, he's known for his, like, being able. I mean, I don't know exactly what they're all known for, but like he can do I think like he can kick really well. His like reverse kick is really good. That's how he won his last fight. And okay, fine. All that's great, but if you get a 400-pound sumo wrestler and they say go, all that sumo wrestler has to do is run at you and tackle you. You can't stop them from doing that. Even if you, let's say, punch them in the stomach or something, there's a lot of fat in there that's going to absorb that. It's not going to bother them that much. And all they have to do is just tackle you and then hold you down on the mat and use their weight to just sit on you. And you're not going to be able to lift 400 pounds. Like, even the strongest MMA fighters can't necessarily lift 400 pounds. And especially, it's not like in a weight, it's like in a body. So it's even more difficult. It's awkward weight. That's why I just think that if they allowed for super heavyweights, the sumo wrestler class would be like dominant. Okay, with that said, another thing I would change, this might be the most controversial, I would get rid of the cage. I don't know if you've ever seen karate combat, but they do it with they're like ramps that focus inward. Have you ever seen this? To me, the octagon cage, it inhibits too much from being seen. Um, Basically, you've got the pillars and you've got the the fence, and then it's like a penalty if you lock into the fence, but then it's a judgment call if you get your toes into the fence. I don't like that. I think it should just be, you still make it an octagon, but make them the ramps that focus inwardly, and then there are clear sight lines. I just think it would make the sport much more attractive. And I don't know why. What'd you say? Um, with the gloves, I feel like they should put like make it like a mitten so that these guys don't get fingers to the eyes, eye pokes and shit. I think that could be avoided. And um, but the big thing for me is getting rid of the cage. The cage was great, but too often guys can use the cage to their advantage, and it's just too small. Joe Rogan has always said this, and I'm in agreement. The cage is too small. If you're in like everybody always wants to see the fight like between two guys, but they want them to be able to get like running starts and stuff. If you just took like an NBA basketball court and put the ramps down inwardly in an 8-figure octagon where everybody could see sight lines and everything, like that for a lot of people would be more attractive, because then you really get to see how somebody works with a lot of room. It's not such a condensed, closed off area. And then uh, these guys also don't get to like work the cage, like where they get a guy in a headlock or like pin him up against the cage. There's none of that. It's basically on a ramp, and you're not allowed to go too high on the ramp or you get a penalty. And then the sight lines are clear. The cameras can see everything. It's a lot more attractive, I think. I don't know why they don't do that, especially in these stadiums. A lot of people say like you could have the front row seats at an MMA, and because there's so much shit in the way, meaning pillars and referee and um, the chain, sometimes those aren't even the best seats. The best seats might be about halfway up where you can see everything and it's not affected. So I don't know. I feel like if well, yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you there. So um just overall, I think that they could make a few changes to the UFC that would drastically bring it more popularity. Now, the thing that's going to be giant for them is the White House UFC next July, in July, because it's going to be on CBS. It's going to be like a national event. A lot of people who've never seen MMA before will watch it. It's going to be free. It's going to be giant. Conor McGregor is going to be fighting. Perhaps John Jones is going to be back, though Dana White said there's a 1 in a billion chance. But as John Jones says, if there's 1 in a billion chance, that means that there are 8 people on this earth who have a chance, and I'm 1 in 8, basically, of all the fighters ever fought. So I should be able to fight. He's just got to stay out of trouble. And I think that he'd have a better opportunity. In my opinion, though, I mean, I don't know MMA that well, but it's hard to say that John Jones is not the best fighter of all time. I feel like another thing that holds the sport back, and it's nothing against these guys, they do their best to overcome it, but they have these last names that are really difficult to remember, and they're foreign to most Western audiences, and people just confuse them. And so it's best that they use these nicknames. It makes them more marketable. Exactly. All right, so you're a big Joe Rogan fan. Do you like? No, no doubt. I think it's pretty obvious. I'm the biggest. I'm the one who's watching it right now, um, in this live stream. All right. So, do you know who the person who's been on the Joe Rogan Experience is the most? Do you know who they are? It's not Joey Diaz. It is a guy named Brendan Schaub. He was an MMA fighter, and he has a podcast known as The Fighter and the Kid. And he is, as Joe Rogan has said, perhaps the most hated person on the internet. Everybody just makes fun of this guy, and for good reason. Anyway, why do they make fun of him? Because he's failed at basically everything that he's done. He did the MMA. He was a top 10 fighter in the MMA, which is an accomplishment. He played football at the University of Colorado and only played like 3 plays. Then tried to make it in the NFL and didn't make a team. And then he did MMA, and he was on the show The Ultimate Fighter, which was his like claim to fame. And then he didn't do that well in MMA. I mean, he was like a top 10 fighter, but heavyweight, but like not that great. And then he starts his podcast with another guy. They're basically just Joe Rogan's boys. And Joe Rogan is the one who talked Brendan Schaub, the UFC fighter, into getting out of the UFC and maybe starting a podcast. And so basically they've been doing it for like 12 years now. And there's a subreddit that just is dedicated to just shitting on these guys. And it's so funny. It has its own lore, and like I don't know, these guys, there's like all these guys in the Joe Rogan verse these guys shit on. The only one they really like is Shane Gillis. He's like the only person that they find funny. Because like all these guys, do you know who Shane Gillis is? I don't know if you've ever heard that thing that he said. It's really funny. He's like, and apologies if you've heard it before, I'm slaughtering it, but he's like, oh, so if you know his story, he got into West Point and played football there, or was going to play football there, but left after a month, and then went and played at some other school. He played at Elon in North Carolina, and then he was going to be on Saturday Night Live, and he was actually announced to be on Saturday Night Live until they found his old podcast and then rescinded that offer. So basically, he says, if you want to know, technically, I am a veteran because I went to West Point. Even though I was there for a month, that technically makes me a veteran. And on top of that, it was during a period of war, which means it's automatically a medal. And so I'm a decorated veteran who was also on SNL. He's like, who is also an SNL alumnus. Like, basically, like, it's not, none of those things really happened, but yet technically all of that stuff is true. It's a very funny skit that he has. What game are you playing? Okay. Well, as you do that, I'm going to turn Joe Rogan back on. Feel free to enjoy. I'm also, while I do that, I'm going to be watching this other podcast that I like.
World politics,
No dying like me. Make sure you don't tell your Mexican mother-in-law. She'll think that you're want to eat
military-industrial complex. Like, these are
taquitos. So many other things I can reference. That's why the Gringo topic as a whole is S tier. If you watch it, I think you'll be surprised. Another thing I think you'll be surprised about is Shad's characterization of UFC Dr. Craig
narrative. Who's pushing the narrative? Who's being paid to push the narrative? There's so many of these fucking online influencers that I don't even think are really human beings that have very prominent accounts. Yeah.
Very racist, but also pretty funny. That's why it's A tier, Mr. Shop. But if you're not happy about these things, some would say I'm shooting for the moon, but landing on the stars.
In order to shoot for the moon, you gotta land on the stars. You want to land on the moon, but sometimes, you make fucking mistakes as part of the game. But, I just think there's like
after having this whole book, the whole 45 minutes opening the show about how you meetings don't know what they're talking about.
just take something off the shelf and say, we're not giving the guy kudos because he's the smartest tool in the shed.
Not the best
Smartest tool I said. Smartest tool in the shed.
No, he doesn't smart Bill Maher. Because he agrees with that. So the issue isn't really being an expert versus being media. It's Constantine Kassin.
It's not always just him saying it. Sometimes he uses these things
all this. It's like, he also started as a media. Why all of a sudden does this standard only apply to me and only when I'm talking about Israel? It never applied to me when I was talking about COVID. It never applied to me when they agreed with me on stuff. They would just go, look, Dave's breaking it down. But now there's this one topic that one guy is not allowed to not be an expert on, and it happens to be this one topic that the entire population is learning. I shouldn't say the entire, but like
Brendan Schaffer
huge
says
numbers.
his name wrong. They've been doing the show together for
What
years.
you do versus what
When you have that chip, the highlight down,
I've never once been like, hey, Cliff, play the Gerard. That's atrocious. Gunshots can be heard as Instagram posts, but you know what else rings out in that apartment?
But also,
Beautiful angelic voice.
to ask that question is to answer that question. You know, ask me if you want to ask her
Play the chicken clip and put that in tier.
I know shit about judo. I know how to do a few hip tosses.
And so many, he has so many, but not a single sale's been made because he cannot see the promo.
His Haragoshi might be legs on the outside, Tom's leg on the inside.
Sean is
Wrestling, I have deferred to DC.
All that he can even spell his own name right.
I'm not
San Antonio.
totally an expert.
told you guys, this is a big boy resale is on sale right now. Promo code is FIT3CZHICC. Central Texas Spotlight Courtyard Event Center. Get your tickets now.
And they can still get
Well, if it
something
doesn't
back
have
in
free
the
season, it didn't go for promo code. How are you enjoying this thing? Is it Netflix or is it Blockbuster? So if it's good, it's Netflix. If it's Blockbuster, it's bad.
So he thought this person was fine because they had two arms in while they're caught in a triangle. I go, well, this isn't submission. This is fucking dangerous. There's this guy named Orchard who figured out how to do a triangle with two arms, and it's replicable. A lot of guys do it now.
And she'll look at me
I
like,
think it was late at the last week he had it.
doing this
I
might
was
just be
like,
part
oh
of Sean's
shit, and
plan.
Daniel,
Having people
you
talk
know
about
it.
all the
There's
time
a
because
couple other
he is
things
a
like the
marketing
lightning show.
genius. He
You
may
don't know
cancel
about
entire
jiu-jitsu,
European
and you
tours
see a
to
guy who's
teach
on
us
his back,
T-Bone.
he's getting
But
smothered,
he's a
also
marketing
he's
genius
under
because he
his
has a
leg.
whole
And
whiskey
I'm going,
brand called Tiger City,
you don't
which
know
his
what's
own friend
wrong.
Joe
That's a
Rogan told
fucking
to his
joke.
face
Like,
was
it's
a
really
terrible
dangerous.
name.
It's time to polo gets you that. You're Fucksville. There's guys, so it's like, there's areas of expertise.
I am skeptical hippo eyes when it comes to his ability to actually market because
This is a
kind of
stupid
sounds like
argument.
he's not doing that
Like,
well.
what are the facts? Does that submission
That's
work?
why this
Is that genocide?
You think that's made well? How about you
What's
define
going on?
bullying? And that's also
Were you funding Hamas? Is Hezbollah proxy of Iran? Did Iran get the money to do this when Biden released the funds? Because who's
another reason he
allowed
might
to
not
be
be
an
a
expert
marketing
on all
genius
this?
is the use
And
of
then,
social
of
media.
course, there
It's
are
mainly to
things
get
like,
addies
say,
and baddies. We saw
like,
that leaked text message thread. We don't know if that's real or not, but we do know
And
that
like,
he
in
used the
order
word baddies
to have,
and addies.
say,
He
an
has
expert
admitted
opinion
to
on
Adderall
this
use.
policy,
It
it's
doesn't
like,
seem
okay,
to help
well,
the show, but also
they'd say
sometimes
we're
I
following
think,
the
wow, this
science.
guy could use some
So in
Adderall.
other words, they have
Sometimes I
an
think he
email
should stop taking
like that was
Adderall.
arguing
It's really hard to tell because he
cutting
just
out the
goes,
transmission
and he's always on Kratom, whiskey,
wrong,
road,
but leaving that
he's
aside,
supposed to have
like,
this
okay,
brain.
but are they
I'm not
also
sure about that, Bob.
economists?
But
Are
hopefully
they also
man, we're having a lot of fun here. Might be going to
specialist childhood development?
If we actually get to Sizzler, we might be surprised to run into UFC great John Apple.
There isn't an expert in all of those fields. You know what I mean? That problem that time, because that time everyone was so fearful, and the news was pushing. It was clearly I forget who it was. Some health official was speaking in a
I don't know John Apple. Who the hell is John Apple? Why did John call John Jones John Africa? I don't want to get into that, Bob, because it's a little.
Is to make people more fearful. You're trying to put out a narrative that makes people more fearful. By the way, fucks with your immune system in a gigantic way. Not good at all to be scared. I don't know how
the movie. How about Good Morning Vietnam? That's actually the name of the movie. He said it when he had the question. The only way you can miss that is if you're pissing in the stick. If you're not a big alpha male like myself or any of the people that are sick boys out there in the wild working sick boys, then you might have what Shop would call a small dick.
I was
I'll be on my bike. I'll just pull on the road. Cars be going by. I just get that big old fish out there. I just pull up my spandex and just ride the road. Like, I'm outside. Now. You gotta tell me where to go. I'm gonna go with all the phrases that Trump says that are a little bit redacted.
Fuck you.
There's
Anti-science, science,
I didn't know it did juice.
vaccine deniers.
Apparently, you can drink juice if you need juice. If I were to threaten you, I might say something like, I'm going to eat your dick like Kobayashi.
Shit, just
your dick.
Well, you have this here.
That's something that Shop took from the movie Sizzler.
Almost always like to scare people.
That's like Super Bowl. He says Super Bowl.
Yeah, everyone knows that the Super Bowl being terrified is not good for your health. That on a human level, we also all know that it's not good for good decision making. You know what it is? Excellent for. I will turn my brain off and give the authority to go do. I mean, he was right after 9/11.
You might say Shop is balls deep.
The level to which
He says it a
Dick
lot, and
Cheney
it
and
makes
George
me
W. Bush used
uncomfortable.
to fearmonger. Dick Cheney, the Vice President of the United States of America, who was just elected Vice President, he said it's not a matter of if, but when there will be another 9/11 attack. They were trying to tell the American people right after 9/11 to be in a constant state of fear.
Tigers like away. I'm searching for a punchline. It might just be
This is the threat level or whatever. And then what they do, like, it's up to yellow. And everyone was blue. But the thing about it is that they knew what they wanted to do. They knew the policy they wanted to start embarking on. And it was the mix of they hate us for big lie, which was they hate us for our freedom.
Wow, that's a lot to
dig in. Let's just throw that digs in D's here. Because the American people very organically wanted to know what the beef was. Like 9/11 happened, everybody was like, yo, why did they hate us? What's this beef about? And their answer was they hate you for your freedom, and by the way, this is going to happen again. So be terrified. Second off, understand that they're so irrational that their beef with you is that, like, your grandma can go to the grocery store. So what do you do with that? Other than say what the American people say, which is, W. Bush, you have a blank check to go attack whoever you want to, and will. I remember.
That's the takeaway.
I remember
Twin turbo Lamborghini.
I remember it's up to these fucking guys, these hard generals, military leaders that are the guys that are going to protect us.
Again, it's not even hating on big guys in sports cars. I just can't. I can't believe this is
2001.
Yes, that is your takeaway, Bob. As Cliff Yola is here. Wow, I hope you're saying this right now. I hope I'm not.
You know, something that Sean and stupid shit, right? You know, me and Eddie Bravo would get high, watch space documentaries, freak out about aliens. Stupid shit. But then the Patriot Act came along, and I was like, okay. What the fuck is this? What is indefinite detention? You signed the NDAA? What are you talking about? What is what it rhymes with cunt? The act that Obama passed in 2015 that allowed them to use censorship or propaganda on American citizens? Yeah. Something like that, yeah. It's like, okay. At what point in time do I start getting really fucking suspicious? Yep. I didn't play one bit of
Speaking of Brian, let's talk about his nickname, Rings and Hot. Brian got confused by advertising, so they tried to start a show.
I was in Philadelphia. And I was headlining. This was when I was just starting to headline.
If you have any questions about this,
and so,
you're not sure.
Had a show Thursday. You just can't make a decision.
You should do
nothing to do. Read this fucking book for like 6 hours. Freaked the fuck out. I showed up at the show like action. It's like, oh my god, you're the president. But I've never even considered that before that book. I never even thought that there's like secret government agencies that want to be the president. I thought it was like, hey, everybody works together.
All-knowing? Probably not. He's also another bad source of information.
I fucking lost, and I apologize to the staff. I apologize to the manager. I fucked up.
Even George is like, so the camera.
You need when you have your mind blown like that, you need time after that before you make it fun. Like it takes time to like then always come back to the shoot.
Anything real, and I grew up huge. But I collected it. I used to sell it. Who used to know people are online. Just people online, 37, right? Online,
I was only interested in that. I
comic
didn't
shop.
get into
My mom's closet. I don't like comics there. You guys friends come over. Random people walked in the house, and my mom had me with it. How is the closet? Is it right on display, or do you have more? It was on display.
Everyone was so friendly.
Well, I had it like in those vanilla, those things that look like, yeah. I had them all organic. Yeah,
Every now and then, you need to get a bitch slap. You know, it's like there's people like getting in people's faces for waving American flag.
I mean,
a bitch slap every now and then. Like that guy might go to that catcher, that guy in his face. Press my lesbian girlfriend.
How do people know this?
What the fuck is wrong with me? I don't know how to fight. I know I got a concussion, and this guy bitch slapped me. It's on TikTok. Fuck. that, you know, like need that sometimes just as like a course reset. I felt like as a country, we had been doing shit all around the world forever, and there's real war happening everywhere, but we're super lucky because we're separated
Do you
by
really
oceans.
believe that? Oh yeah, because they didn't know much about the comics. They would take like the cheapest one. Did you think something was weird at the time, and then later on you were called? Yes. I also like my spidey senses. So you didn't even change your name. Did you make money?
Everybody was thanking them.
So you're a little entrepreneur now, and now instead of comics, you're selling CBD.
Great, we hung out this morning from this bar.
Did Sean beat Carmelo Anthony? Actually, you know what we saw in my book?
Was nuts. Everybody was so thankful. Where'd that go?
Really?
I was there. I was in New York City. I was in Brooklyn. Like a few months.
He's like shoulder, I saw him on the elevator. Yeah,
like
I thought it was me. You know, I saw it. So I was wearing the exact same shit I was. So he's like, Brian.
Remember seeing, you know, I think like when I got out of school, I was in high school, I was a senior in high school.
You know, in M&M's on Instagram, Twitter, and social media.
We got out. One of the girls like forged a note.
Where does this belong in this beer? I don't know.
Something like that. I forget exactly how it worked. We got out. It was like I was friends with the security guard. I used to try to be from. It was a different time. Yeah, it was a different time. Pre-9/11, we were just all hanging out behind each other, security guard at schools. But so he let us out. So I remember I'm pretty sure we came to Flatfoot Ave. We saw like he was still smoking.
And he knows.
Yeah, the great towers had fallen.
That's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
But there were people. So the subways had been out for a while. Where I was on Flatfoot Ave,
there's tons of places out there.
So this is like, it's kind of a straight shoot down to the Manhattan Bridge.
And you already do that. If you're
But the Brooklyn Bridge you can walk over. And so at this point already, people who were down in the financial district, they just decided to walk back to Brooklyn because they realized they weren't going to get a cab or get on the subway. Just like one guy in a suit tie, covered in shit, like walking up like, oh, I just did down here, and walked up. And what I remember is that this is in Brooklyn. But even there, it's very busy. But people were stopping and asking each other. People who grew house on the street were trying to talk to. We're stopping and asking everyone how's your family, how's everyone playing. But there was this like community spirit that the real tip was getting conversations. That part was kind of beautiful. And then of course governments did what they do and immediately manipulated that into launching interest that they wanted from before 9/11 that had absolutely nothing to do with 9/11. So the picture is the one shit they were trying to pass for a while, for years. And everyone's like, fuck, crazy. So this is the thing, and I guess maybe it's partly like my age, because I was 18 at the time, and this is like my kind of age, you know, but I would never stop being curious about all of that shit. And this is like, still to this day, I'm sure you see it when I'm on the podcast with you, and doing debates and stuff. I'm so angry over the war in Iran and the subsequent wars.
This thing in a lot longer than
Libya, Syria, Somalia, Yemen, and all of them. But specifically because, like, all these guys, the neoconservatives, the N-word that I'm not supposed to bring up. I wrote a book.
Maybe you think it's atrocious.
Called neoconservatism, why do you need it? But when I say the word neoconservatism, be careful what you're ordering here or something like that. I didn't know this was
Shab is a genius comedian. He's also a fighter.
Well, that's what Douglas said. It was all the N-word.
If you made it this far and you don't think Shab is the greatest comedian of all time,
because I mentioned Wolfowitz. You know,
if you just found this randomly, he's already heard of it. Unbeknownst to you, he's been inside you the whole time. He's the part of us that still our food. He's that part of us that grabs 3 drinks and doesn't know which one to drink. He's that part of us that puts his hand in his full thing by his
well,
He's that part of us
say
that
the
says his
answer
own last name
that
unbeknownst.
those guys
Well, we made it to the end of our trip. I just wanted to let you know something very important.
They have the whole power
Every one of these phrases are so important. I hope
if you go back and read the shit they read, and I will never stop talking about this because it's just too goddamn crazy. But if you read all these guys who were in the Bush administration, like
so important that everyone gets the like button and subscribe. I'm sorry that I said that. British Shop is one of the greatest comedians ever lived. I really hope everyone enjoyed this video. Any facet they're watching, everyone in any way is a great
the government. And they wrote explicitly in the Project for a New American Century that they were like, look,
And that's it for the tier
okay,
list.
Soviet
First
Union
and
is
foremost,
collapsed.
I want to thank
We are, for the first time in human history, like the lone superpower in the world. So what we should do right now is fight multiple wars because no one threatens us, and so therefore we should fight multiple wars. Because right now we have an opportunity to remake the world, overthrow the old Soviet sock puppet states, install our own states there, and have guaranteed it says the new American century is the 21st century, and they specifically said they want to overthrow Saddam Hussein. And then they specifically said, and now this is something that the 9/11 truthers really held on to. I'm not sure, I think they might be overcoming that a little bit. Yeah, they said,
zonder dat je te veel betaalt. Met deze week almond yoghurt.
So they straight up say, now look, this is what we want to do, but we're unlikely to get mass American support for it, short of another Pearl Harbor type event. And so a lot of people, like Alex Jones, automatically point to this phrase and go, see, this is the proof that they knew they needed another Pearl Harbor, so they planned their own Pearl Harbor. Now, that is not necessarily true. It doesn't necessarily prove that, but it certainly does change the way we think about their mind state. Then they sit there watching the towers just get attacked. And they all, at the very least, they all went, we got it. Yeah. But that's not quite as unique as I think some people think it is. Well, like, people sort of make their own stuff. Yeah, I've heard these. This is pretty good. I mean, I'm not like taking anything away from that. He was right. But there were a bunch of people who predicted it. Ron Hall himself predicted it. Let's just say, I don't know about that. That is pretty good. But at the same time, that's true, but the World Trade Center was attacked by Al-Qaeda guys in 1990. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Adrian, I guess joke about that. James and Adrian spoke about that. Maybe that would be good. So Landon is going to joke about how, in that song, they just went to the World Trade, they do World Trade now, and it was like this how they didn't believe, like he was talking about
coming up
first
in
one,
October
they
24th,
believe
the
the
show
second,
Halloween,
came down, but then
second half
they
show
just like to go like, that was enough of a tragedy to make it.
I got a show November 4th, Washington, D.C. at Room 808, doing an
But then a lot of people got it.
She's phenomenal. Heard of it? Yeah. Also, we have a phone number now for voicemails if you want to leave us voicemails. Go ahead and do that, Mr. Holford. It's the phone number 775-557-TMOS. That's 775-557-8667. I like that.
But when people discuss the
If you are a numbers guy,
and their
we got
role,
some Netflix voicemails so far.
especially gangster
We'll
rap.
see them soon.
Like I
Shout out to
remember
those that have left
the
them already.
very first time
That one
I
dude in
was
Australia stopped leaving 3-minute voicemails. Yeah, stop leaving voicemails. Everyone else could. But that's not why you're
in Massachusetts, and I was listening to
you were here to watch him as a child, so playing the chin clip. Alrighty, so the first clip we have is posted by Ideal Influx. Never heard that name before. Never heard of it. It's called Neil Brennan Forces Bobby Lee Tell the Truth About Shaw.
You know what? I kind of had set it on, and you hit that like shock mode thing, and then that would eat your battery so quickly. You get 30 songs in, and you're like, you have to go to the gym with like spare batteries. To me, it was so insane that I could carry music.
I was manical. I love it.
That's incredible.
Well, I looked at something on our second date that I didn't like. So I picked it up to yell at it 7 years later.
I'm trying to get pumped here, man. This is fucking bullshit music. Like someone's in charge of the station that picks up on the radio. Just to be able to carry it, but that moment of hearing that music, I was like, this is celebrating crime and murder. This is murdering prostitutes. This is crazy that this is like a major record label put this out. I was under 20. I was, I was just sitting there going, I can't even believe this is real. And I got really,
I remember the
really into Ice Cube, really into Ice-T. I listened to that when I was delivering newspapers.
Oh, really? This is old?
It was like gangster rap was a completely different thing.
No.
So
this
then
has been out for a while.
it's
It's
good.
good.
Start
A little bit of fake
like
laughter.
intelligence agencies have had
really like that.
It looks like a redacted form of Jada and Will. You know what I mean?
Rock and roll music.
Well, that's on our mind, but man, just
Yeah,
that
Movie about
right.
the football
Neil
and what the
Brennan,
strings thing.
I think it's really funny. I like this full special
Very.
where he mics or
I don't know
whatever.
about Eddie Bravo.
Two things
I
I
don't know if
remember
I
about him
but there's a lot
are
of weird connections to the
I think it's almost the funniest. He's very good, but him getting a douche is more funny.
particularly gangster rap.
Than
If
his
you want to
actual
get
stand-up.
you would say, if you want to
When
build
a
your
while ago,
private
Jim Ross called it Dave Chappelle's
what better
tightness.
way
And
to have very popular
And then he went after Jim Gaffigan on Twitter. And Jim Gaffigan
encouraging crime,
Did you see that?
encouraging
I would
outright
be in that
celebrating crime and violence. That would be
Jim Gaffigan, Neil Brennan.
and you also
You know, when we hear discuss the podcast, right?
more laws,
It's all
more
good.
rules,
DFK, ever heard of it? Okay, so this one's hosted by X-Player Energy 035. It's called XJ.
yeah, and support massive police buildups, massive militarization of police, and all that stuff. And I don't know, I've heard a little bit about that. I really don't know. I know Ice Cube has talked about it before, talked about it like it was he and I or this influence. It does cause things about it that seem crazy. But I do know that I don't think this is a controversial thing to say. I think it's just like
Shannon Rich has like
that there's a rape registration traffic in cocaine. In the United States of America, while they were wrapped up the war on drugs. So they're going in their effort to help the Contras or whatever, they're going okay, well, these guys are drug dealers, so let's move these drugs in, we can get these money shipments to them. And then the thing is, they're creating the conditions for the crack epidemic to explode. And then they catch one guy with a few rocks on him, and they're throwing him in jail for decades. It's just that alone, just that one piece of information. You'd almost, if you're in a sane world, you'd go most of the people have a revolution and overthrew that government and publicly telling all the politicians involved, now start over from there. No, they lionize that guy. It's still for decades afterwards, the Republicans at the RNC bring up Reagan, they go, our hero, Ronald Reagan. The fact that that isn't enough to go, well, this guy should be remembered as a monster. Do you think they tell Reagan to sell crack? I don't know. I do not think the intelligence agencies spread that information that far to change your guys over 4 years for really. Fair enough. But George H.W. Bush definitely So, again, also we get to a certain point where Trump is where it's like, it's your responsibility. If you didn't know, then that's your responsibility. I don't think you have access. I do not think in cases like that you have access. I think if you're doing something like selling crack in the hood, using the money to fund the country, there's no fucking way you could ever kosher-ize that. So I don't think you ever let the president know. I think this is all black funded. I think there's layers of layers and layers of bureaucracy before you can get any real data and information. If you want to talk about
That's the worst. That's not even a good guess.
Nicaragua, things going on in Iran, you gotta pay attention to Russia, this is happening here, that's happening there. There's not a fucking chance you know yourself. I just don't. Yeah, you might tell them. You might be right about that. Why would they assume you go along or tell them, this is not a normal thing to do? I came into this office thinking I'm Ronald Reagan. I came into this office thinking I'm going to be a good American. You know, so yeah, because he can't. That's what Nixon's done. So Nixon didn't organize or yeah, well, it's incomplete about the crap well, they present it to them after it's a fait accompli, and then be like, so what do you want to do now? Which is what happened with Nixon, right? So it's like, well, this is going to look really, really bad. Good luck explaining this. So he helps them cover it up. Now you might as well have been on plan, help us cover it up. And the whole thing was set up by set up they operated it. John Wood was an intelligence agent before he was ever reported. That was his first Yeah. Tucker Carlson said, yeah. What weekly reporter for their first gig, their first story gets, you're going to take down the most popular president in the U.S. history. He had won by the biggest march, 49 states. He's just like dominant. The American people have spoken. They supported this guy. And then Bob Woodward, some 20-something-year-old reporter, he gets the biggest story in American history. He couldn't just come out of naval intelligence and over there. So Bill Murray.
Yeah, I got to see it live. I feel honored. Yes, it's like going to the zoo and the koalas are out. But probably they're out of the koalas.
Okay, it's just about Raleigh,
North Carolina, January 6th and January 8th, and then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 6th, North Carolina, January 6th to January 8th, and then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 6th, January 8th, then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 6th, then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 6th to the 8th, Raleigh, then Raleigh, North Carolina, January 6th, and then Raleigh, North Carolina, and then Raleigh, North Carolina this freaking week, Thursday, Friday, all the community posts.
I know, like, this guy knows about my friend.
I'm like itching to get on YouTube.
Untruthful way. Now I think about what he discovered.
Saturday, I've never been there, so I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I
come on out. We rescheduled Raleigh, so sorry guys, I shut up Virginia. I'll be doing sets all around Los Angeles.
He wrote the best book on the terrorists, and I'm already the best book on the war in Ukraine. So Bob Woodward's latest book came out. He told me about this. So he just happened to be writing this book on Ukraine when he saw this new Bob Woodward thing, and they had a quote in it, I believe it was Sergei Lavrov. So he's like,
this one's posted by
and Scott was reading it. This quote's he actually admitted that they are fake. He was just researching this for his book. And he goes, this quote means the exact opposite of what he's claiming it means here. See how he left out this part? He wasn't referring to this, he was referring to that. And I remember he just told me, he goes like, so for the record, like, you can just never trust anything Bob Woodward says, because he'll take this quote and just get it mangle to the point where he's presenting it as if it was 180 degrees opposite of what the quote actually meant. And so yeah, there's a lot of stuff like that. And then that guy is like, this historian of record. What's your record on that? When all the years about growing up, that's how I was a hero. He was a journalistic hero. And he's how we know. He's how you know that in that moment, Dick Cheney turned to George W. Bush and said, Mr. President, I think we wanted it. And you're like, oh, this thing shut up.
If you deal with one, add 100K on it. Yeah, look at 140, 150 grand. They call it buy for $138,000. It's all about scarcity. So if there's only 100, or if there's not enough of these shoes. Now they're $150,000. They look like they have blood on them. Yeah, well, the Freddy Krueger. The Freddy Krueger shoe? Yeah. Well, I mean, Freddy Krueger didn't wear them, but that's not what I meant. The Freddy Krueger.
So imagine that. You're Bob Woodward, you bullshit everybody, and you watch Robert Redford, most handsome man alive.
If you recall, a recent episode of Team
Up, kicking ass for America. But also just think about how much they could get. I remember.
How much would you pay for Brian's Black Rifle coffee t-shirt?
And I remember hearing, like, his history teacher talking to another teacher. This was when Bill Clinton was getting in trouble.
Yeah, we're size 13. So you think the fans got a replica?
And I remember hearing the talk. They don't look like what do you think about the impeachment? And I remember his
color spot on. It's just, let's see how that's whiter. Alright, that's the picture, dumbass, right?
And essentially what that meant, like what he was saying was like, well, Nixon is the most corrupt president who ever lived. Bill Clinton just got caught cheating on his wife, like that's not as big a deal as being the most corrupt. But they just made that like the thing that everybody knows. Like, well, we did have this one corrupt president, but the system works. That's the lesson. The system works, and it got him out of there before the internet.
Well, it's like very hard to get that same system working the same way.
No, I completely agree. I mean to say that the narrative that everybody accepted was like, oh, but the system works. Like, it figured out that he was corrupt. They had him stepped down. They got him out of there. When really the answer is much more like, the intelligence agencies took over the United States of America in hostile coup against John F. Kennedy, and then Nixon comes in like a few years later and is like
so that guy was
essentially taken over as well. But they get the American people to believe that like what that was a corrupt president being ousted. Is that so corrupt? Well, it's also
that might be called Robinson. Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they gave this guy goes.
He's not a good-looking guy, and it's just after Kennedy. But when Muhammad Ali dies, Larry
Get a good douche again. I don't know anything what's going on. Well, some people.
One of the reasons why Larry Holmes won the best heavyweight champion.
They're basically saying that Shab is
couldn't get any love.
Oh man, yeah, this is the guy who's supposed to keep secret in the breaking match, and he goes on
never. You're Nixon. You're following JFK got shot in the fucking head. You lost. You got assassinated. Someone assassinated the greatest president of all time. This good-looking guy was going to really change things. Secrecy. Was talking to the American people like we have hope and dreams. We got shot in the head, and then we got this ugly fuck. But there was LBJ. But yes, I think also in hindsight, he just is. He also came off as kind of very authoritative. You know, which is unfortunate. When you have a society where you do have biggest crime, you do need some kind of an authoritarian leadership.
He's got like a Mexican.
Not saying you need but you need fucking laws, and you need rule of law, and sometimes those people come off very harsh, very uncaring, unloving, you know, it's total opposite of the reason why people voted for Jimmy Carter. Because Jimmy Carter is like a genuinely sweet, good guy.
Yeah, I don't think it's okay that he's sort of
they're all working against him, for sure. And on top of that, it's like hard to
painful for me.
People don't realize how hard it is if you want to run the world. But the way Nixon did it, there's still suffering that motherfucker, he's partially responsible for that sweeping Schedule 1 when they did that, and they made everything illegal, everything Schedule 1, marijuana, all that fucked up society. Specifically, so it's not like Nixon was the best. He did this fucking horrible. He mixed on a lot of policy failures, and I was the number one.
Okay, so this is
completely agree. I mean, Washington drugs is a disaster, but taking us all the gold standard was one of the worst zeros in the history of the United States of America. That is, so many problems because of that. And people could say, like, I've heard Tom Hannon defend Nixon as before. That's going to demonetize that we show the vagina. It's kind of a and he was like, well, what going to do with that? So he was basically essentially the Bretton Woods form, which started after World War II. Well, actually, I'm sorry, it started at the very end of World War II. It was in 1944. They had the Bretton Woods Agreement, where they could kind of see where World War II was going, and it was basically like, okay, well, all of Europe was destroyed.
All right, let's go to
a lot of Asia is destroyed. Not yet, but it was getting there. And America had, at least on the homeland, had a really good touch. And we have like a wild amount of the world's gold. And so the deal was essentially that like we'll peg the dollar to gold at $35 everyone else can peg their currency to the dollar. And then the dollars are refundable. You can get an ounce for $35. And so that, you know, was whatever. There were problems with the agreement, but that was what after World War II. So from 1944 to 1997.
Sister's boyfriend's
and so essentially what happened is through the 60s we started cheating, and it became very obvious to the world that we were like, you know, the 1960s teach you like you have the Great Society, Medicare and Medicaid, and you went to the moon, and you're fighting the war in Vietnam. just printing money. Well,
It's so hard you forgot.
So essentially, the Europeans started looking at us, and they were like, I don't think you got enough gold to cover all these dollars that you're printing around. What's that thing where they were going to
And he never said it again.
Well, we never heard about. Well, what I know is that I'm pretty sure it was the French.
It's most like a lead time.
The French basically called us up, and they just went, okay, we'll take gold. Here, we got all these dollars. We'll take gold. We get an ounce for every $35 that we have, and we have quite a lot. And that's when Nixon went,
like this.
he just basically defaulted in front of the entire world, and he said he's temporarily suspending the convertibility of dollars to gold, and they framed it as like, the French are attacking the stability of the dollar. Really, all they were doing is calling us on our agreement. We owe it to them. We're like, we got so much gold, bro. So Buchanan says, defending his boy, Richard Nixon, he goes, well, what are you going to do at that point? Let him clean us out of all of our gold and just not be the dominant power? But I think the retort to that is, yeah, like that's what you should have done. Because the decision to go off of the gold standard essentially just said, well, now there's no more even limits on government.
To speak of
this is why Ron Paul,
somewhat in an indirect way,
just turned 90.
I'm going to that guy
and I was just at his and yeah, dude throws a jab. It was very nice though. Tulsi Gabbard was there, which is cool. But so essentially, right, that was the last restraint on government, is that even then, even under Bretton Woods, cheating, at least there's some feeling of like, don't be too bad. They could maybe try to, right, exactly. But after that, it was off to the races. And this is what Ron Paul ran for Congress. He almost pushed them. So just off the gold standard, and then he was like, "This is going to be big government. This is going to be our big government." So he was going to run to try to stop it. And this is what has really destroyed everything. Is that there's just and it's a big part of the reason why I'm so angry about all these bills too. The Federal Reserve was created in 1913. The Federal Reserve Act was signed into law by Woodrow Wilson in 1913. And then in 1914, I think it actually got up and running. In 1914, the income tax was passed, also signed into law by Woodrow Wilson. 3 years later, World War I. Like 3 years that were American entry into World War I. So it's like, this is the banking system and the tax system are very, interrelated with the warfare state. Like, you need this stuff in order to fight wars. And, even just over the, over the last 25 years, spent close to $10 trillion on wars, and they didn't tax the American people for that. They knew they didn't have this money. They would put an end to it. If they tried to raise everybody's taxes enough to come up with $10 trillion, because we want to go fight regime change wars all over the Middle East, the American people would have been like, we're not doing that. But they didn't do that. They cut taxes for the American people. Cut some and then they borrow the rest, and then the state can borrow enough, so they just print the money. And then essentially what happens is that the price of everything just goes up and up and up. And you just put more money into the system, and then you start looking around and going like, why is the price of housing and healthcare and energy and childcare totally unaffordable? And the answer is you're paying for the war in Iraq. And nobody thinks about it like that. But that's really what's going on. They can't, so for all the young people who are coming out of college now, and they're like, I'm 150 grand in debt. I have a gender studies major degree or whatever. It's like a so they got an English degree or something. And they're working at DoorDash, and the average house is going for 600 grand. And they're like, what am I possibly going to do? It's like the reason why these kids are all demanding socialism, at least on the left. Because like, what else are you going to do? It's like, how do you... The reason why that is the case is because your government decided to spend trillions of dollars on corona-crowned countries, and in some cases then rebuilding them to blow them up again. This is the actual cost. And I feel like it's almost nobody outside of like the Ron Paul, the pretenders, the Hall Street economic guys. Almost nobody else ever makes this connection. It's like this is the deal. You can't be a world empire without having a central bank that can print money for you. Otherwise, it just doesn't work. Resources self-funding and goes on out. And so you can't do that without having this monetary system. But the cost of this monetary system is that prices always go up and up and up and up. The entire economy against the working class and the middle class favor of the rich. It's just the way it is. The value of assets is going up and up and up and up and up. That's great if you own stuff. That's great if you own stuff and you're selling it. If you got $1 billion in the bank, that's fine. But if you're on a fixed income, or you're a working class person, it just destroys you. And everybody who's working class knows this just from looking at the last 5 years. But grocery prices go up 30%. That is, that's people have this idea that there's like economic issues over here, and then there's like social issues over here, there's foreign policy. It's all one thing. The prices of groceries go up by 30%. Families get destroyed. Men swallow pistols. Kids grow up without fathers. That's the cost of it.
Joe Rogan is the Kim Jong-un of comedy.
That's
Andrew Schultz
what we're living through now. And we will continue to live through as long as we have a government that extends beyond our means. Like Dr. Rothschild said, you spend beyond your means.
So when do you think Papa is going to bang the new intro?
And we have
watch out, dude. Be honest, son. If you see a dude pull up in a
if you think about
Tesla 3, why don't I? I don't even know what that is.
Whether you agree with you
So I'll make sure you know what a Tesla is.
that was being
Imagine that all white.
system.
Yeah, but I'm like the Tesla 3, they're just not a car.
Right? There's the when the Department of Energy gave about $93 billion of loans into between Biden losing or Kamala losing rather. Where's that? There's so many instances of insane amounts of money just being allocated. It's so
I mean, I don't want to say the word, but I see the calendar. I'm
the
going to
idea
think
of
this
shattering some of these government organizations all year.
She just did a Brennan Cooney. What's that? This guy.
Sure that this isn't a giant money scam that's been going on at this
challengers like bad cars.
Yeah, well, there's a few posts to it, right? Yeah, well, if you go, hey, I think, which by the way, no one in Congress, I'm sure, like Thomas Massey, maybe Graham, but like no one else in Congress is even like suggesting an idea so radical. But if I were to have the radical idea that we should go back to
the guy pulls up in a Tesla.
Go all the way back to the crazy year of 2019 when it was anarchy. Yeah, but just go all till the world's gonna end. And even when they make up these absolutely ridiculous rules about how many people are gonna die if you cut government spending, but then they never seem to go like, well, how many people are gonna die if I keep letting DC have all these war-making powers? How many people are gonna die if the president is able to fund the proxy war whenever he wants to? I mean, look at this shit, dude. I took so much, but I took a lot of shit for the stuff I said on the show here a few years ago about the world insane. Look at it now. I don't think they're about to end things. I think they're poison pills and these negotiations already. That's what it looks like to me. But literally, the deal that I was talking about, whatever it was, 3 years ago, and I was saying on the show that they had a deal worked out. At least the deal worked out. Because we went to the war in 2022. Boris Johnson told the deal on behalf of the West to make sure this deal kept going. But the deal that was in Pennsylvania that Boris Johnson killed was essentially recognition of annexation of Crimea, because at the time it wasn't annexation of the Donbass region, it was like independence.
Either way, that gets you know,
and
that
then
guy's an
the
alpha.
agreement that the rest of Ukraine would not join.
In the car that you
That
bought.
was the deal they had worked out.
It's like
And look at where we are now.
As if a woman
Now,
knows
the
what a
deal that they're
demon or a
even talking
raptor
about,
is.
even if
If
Donald
the
Trump
woman
goes,
knows what a
it's
demon
going to
or a
be some
raptor is,
way
I'm not interested.
swaps and all this. Okay, but
Lions
listen,
on a
the
safari
deal
would
right now
drive
that is
with
the
the
best case
sun.
scenario that
Can't live
we're
with
hoping we can get is that Vladimir Putin, the Crimea, he keeps the entire Donbass region, gets a corridor from the south into Crimea, and the rest of Ukraine doesn't join NATO. So we have the same deal, just a little bit more in the Russians' favor. 3 years later, with hundreds of thousands of people having died in the process, just to get back to not as good a deal as they had in 22. And so, you know,
Be a coyote in a Tesla, be a lion in a raptor.
they'll keep going, which I think it's probably going to.
Guys over the top. What are you going to have some fun? The guy Tesla, he's not husband material, but he's
They're
definitely
throwing people up there. And the thing that's really
I didn't say that.
the reason why
But that's what
like
you would
Europeans, Zelensky, and
I mean, yeah, he's got shoulders on him, and he's got a forward
they
tilt
don't
to him.
say, but this is
He's got big traps.
is that
He's got
he
traps.
might
not be able to touch his neck.
amongst
Big traps, big
Ukrainians
and he'll protect you. Not sure.
mean,
Yeah,
not like
not necessarily big. And then when we look over the Tesla, where it's searching, here she comes, watch out for the search here. Like Heather to Marshall.
their latest poll, we're in charge of Ukrainian people. 70% want
Yeah, it's just
immediate end to the war with negotiations on land. So like let's settle it however we gotta settle it. They don't. I remember for the first 2 years, everybody who
That
they
doesn't
are
make any sense.
without the war,
They're going to Marshall's and
they're
they're
talking
listening
to
to
them.
all of
Always be.
good.
Ukrainian people want to fight.
I like
And who are you, Dave, to tell them that they don't have a right to defend themselves? And then I would respond by saying, like, yes, it's true Ukrainian people want to fight, but like, might that have something to do with the blank check that they've received from the world, the backup of the entire world? You know, it's a different proposition to go like, do you want to fight if John Jones is at your back? Because I got your back, dude, let's go fuck these guys up. You're like, oh yeah, I want to fight. And then John Jones leaves, and I'd be like, oh, let's talk about this, you know, like, so that. But now, these people don't want to fight. And by the way, I never want to get it because I don't use on it. If you're telling me the people want to fight, like, well, why you got to script it out? Do that. You know, if they want to fight so bad, why you got to put guns to their head and force them to the front line? Well, you could, yeah, you could make it a voluntary force, and then we'll find out real quick who wants to fight. The point is now, even the Ukrainians don't want to fight over this stuff anymore. There's just no justification for it. So now they move to phase B, which is essentially to pretend like they're negotiating and putting all types of poison pills in the deals that you know the other side won't take it. This is what they did with Iran. This is why we got into that 12-day war. But, you know, it's like you put things into the I was reading the other day. There's reports that Zelensky and the Europeans are like open to land swaps as long as their words in the Axios piece. Article 5 like security guarantees. So in other words, the rest of Ukraine is NATO, which is the thing that caused the whole conflict to begin with. So like, yeah, and you know, that's what that means. Article 5 is the article in NATO, the NATO agreement that says that like, it says that like if one of the countries is attacked, like all the countries have to join together. It doesn't exactly say you got to go to war over it, but you have to help in the effort if they're attacked. So essentially, that's what they're trying to ask now, which is, but if you think about it, right, it's designed to incentivize people to the war going. Because if you're talking about let's just say, which is not exactly clear that you take the attached to your ball before, but there was an reported that he signaled that he might be open to that deal. Like it's Donbass region, he's not still, like the Donbass region is Donetsk and Luhansk. And Luhansk, I think, as of right now, I think the Russians control like 75%. They got all of Donetsk, they got most of Luhansk. But there's still Ukrainians controlling part of it. And the he's controlling part of these territories in the south. This is what Trump
Yeah,
I would say the ram swap.
Shout out to
Meaning
them.
essentially you
It's
get have gone there.
Brian firing shots
that,
at the
and I'll give
Riddler
you that.
and Pringle. And
You know, the ram swaps are proven capability wrong.
So bored. They're so bored. At the end of the day, they're
you're going to
fucking
tell
what
Red
they
War,
do. Like, fuck, give me a speedo, man. That's it.
an entry in Red Line.
You get a lot of tattoos in your 40s and 50s.
As the war is essentially wrapping up, you're going to tell them, hey, whatever territory you don't take here will be a part of NATO. Well, what does that incentivize them to do? Take more of it then. Then why would you stop and give the rest of
Trouble in Paradise?
Question mark? And it does seem to me like that's.
I didn't even know that Joe got a tattoo in his 40s now. I mean, he has a lot. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, let's go to the next one. Not really much to say. Is like Brian's going through it. You know. Yeah, Brian is selling Discord in the discourse. Maybe Brian would be getting tattoos if he wasn't going to get attacked by animals everywhere he goes. You know. Yeah, it's hard to get a tattoo when you gotta watch out for ducks and hogs. Okay, so this one's posted by Who the Fuck Are We? It's called Dicey. Just, very unambiguous title. Let's see. The Skankfest boys were nice about him. I thought they'd go hard on the page, but someone brought up Matt Rife. Because they said something, and, the crowd goes, Matt Rife, be careful, I just said, Matt, be careful, man. They defend the Yeah.
Who's he saying? He's saying be careful of the eyes. He's going to fight them for talking about Matt Rife. That was amazing, dude. That would have been something I really would have liked Shop to do. That was so funny. It's like Skankfest disruption tonight. Comedian ex-UFC fighter beats up crowd defending other comedians. They shows the clip. They're like, Matt Rife sucks. Shop's got like one of them choking him out. And like, you heard my man. Take back what you said. Take it back. Share his videos.
It's like such a small part of his set. I know.
No, I'm just saying. It was like the Skankfest boys go hard in the paint, but they were cool. I was like, that's good.
Anyways, the fame of I give up.
The whole clip defending Matt Rife on their show. An hour. I was at Skankfest and I made sure my number one goal at Skankfest was to make sure that these guys didn't talk about Matt in a bad way. I told him, I said, listen, you can say whatever you want about me, but you can talk about Matt Rife. Matt Rife, though? That guy's like, he's like the next dude. If the people do it, yes. Fuck Matt Rife. He fucks.
Speaking of Matt Rife, in 3 weeks, I think we're going to start the Matt Rife catalog because we don't know much about him, right?
No, not too much.
We want to see if he is Netflix or Blockbuster.
Yeah, so if you want to see that, check out the Patreon. Ever heard of it? Yeah. But that's our show. Later.
Bij Dirk staan we voor onze principes, zoals grote merken, kleine prijzen. Al jouw favoriete aanmerken voor een Dirk-prijs. Met deze week Omo wasmiddel, XXL verpakking voor maar €8,99. Op Dirk kun je rekenen.
Oh, let's sing my heart ring. Life for my Martian lips. Seconds after I said that, ready posted my clip, but my brain was big small. By the end of the last week, we eating in this generation, like Kobayashi. Won't you hear me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I do is lie. Emancipate yourself from friend and hungry. You can't jump but ease at night. No, and no people the real energy. 'Cause healing matches can't help the mind. How long shall I sell these products? What? While you want me to my drug? Oh, XJ is just a part of it. I used to sell chemicals. Won't you hear me sing these songs of freedom?
'Cause all I do is lie. Promo culture. Promo culture. It's time to my favorite time of the week. When you get me here, I'm gonna try to speak. Release the profit today.
Welcome back to T-Most. Thanks for tuning in. Big news in the T-Most world. We have a hotline, a T-Most hotline. So if you want to call and leave us voicemails, you can dial 775-557-T-Most, which is 775-557-T-Most, 8667. For those of you that aren't numbers, guys. Also, in New Orleans, I'm going to be in New Orleans coming up. On the 24th, I'll be in Alan Wolf. And on the 22nd, I'll be at the Ohio Lounge. Charlie, I know you're going to be somewhere.
I have October 15th at the Ontario Improv in Ontario, California, and then November 4th in Washington, D.C. doing the Isimo live show.
Nice. And lastly, I'm wearing purple for Domestic Violence Month. Domestic Violence Month because domestic violence is remarkable. But that's not why you're here. You're here to watch 10 minutes of shop. So play the chin clip, start the timer day.
Alrighty, so this first one's posted by Thunderous Queef. It's called Papa Just Goes, tied with Lance Armstrong for lowest resting heart rate. It takes the crown for not using EPO. Let's see. Yeah, do you know what you're testing? Anyway, what's your resting heart rate? 4. Yeah, he's 4 times. There's even a flag. So when I was fighting, I think when I was fighting Mitchell, went to the doctor because you have to do all the. Yeah, he was like, you're basically dead. No, my resting heart rate was 37 or 38. No, it was like 38 or 30. It was right below 40. The guy's like, and he worked with Lance Armstrong. He's like, you're tied for Lance Armstrong. Come on. That is so crazy. I was working so good. Yeah. And I was in EPO, so.
Real quick, let me ask you a question. What's up? Well, actually, no, you asked me a question. Damn, I was going to say, ask me what my heart rate is, and then immediately say it. I thought you were going to say, how many chicks do you fuck? Oh, no. I'm not going to attack that early.
It is like a fucking puzzle, dude, to know whether the 8 inches or how many chicks you fuck.
Yeah, see who gets there first, you know? Who gets, I'm trying to think of a way to mess up. Well, who gets the egg? Yeah, that's not even a saying.
Well, you know, whenever he gets asked the question, his heart's fucking steady, dude. He's not rising a heartbeat for anything.
And you know why? Because he just goes, man. There you go. See, when you work as a team, they're so much easier. Yeah, I mean, that's just so funny. His classic shop. He literally says, I just go 3 or 4 times at the beginning of the clip. As if we didn't already know that or believe him. He could just, he could show, don't tell. And we would know that.
Well, I just go as like a loading screen on a video game for him. It's like I just go, and then he's like, and then he loads up the next thing.
Yeah. He's like a gun. Full of redacted bullets.
Yeah. All right, let's keep it blockbuster right now, dude. Yeah. This is posted by Julian Calabasas. It's called Fat Patrick only eats 1,300 calories per day.
Wait, but how many calories you eat a day? You probably rest that. You probably fucking burn 3,500 calories a day just sedentary. I probably eat 1,300 calories a day. Get the fuck out. I don't need to. I've been eating until there, so I'm going to 1 o'clock.
My stomach hurts. Yes, my stomach hurts from laughing. I just realized that's just so low. That's insanely low. That doesn't make any sense. The lie there is out of control. That might be the craziest lie he's done. Did that go viral on Shane?
Like 400 likes.
Damn, because that's really crazy. That's like, what, 2 sandwiches?
Yeah, I only had 3 sandwiches today.
Yeah, well, you're overshot.
But also a rotisserie chicken and 5 buffalo wings.
Okay.
And 3 protein shakes.
I mean, 1,300 food right there? Jesus Christ. No, there's no way, dude. I mean, anyone who's ever looked at the back of a thing you heat up or something at the grocery store, a lot of them are close to that. So this guy's like not eating at all, really. How many calories are you supposed to? Oh, you don't know. I assume you don't know. How many calories you're supposed to eat today?
You're supposed to, there's some math equation, don't know the numbers guys, but you're supposed to like eat your weight or something like that. It's like time 1,000, fucking 1K grand 1,000 eat your weight. I look it up. I know that for a fact, if there's Cheetos being thrown around your crib, you're not going to be eating that low of calories. You know what I mean?
So, the first Google search says 2,500 for a penny. So Shab is eating not even half of what he's supposed to. He's a giant. What is he doing? What are we doing here? Out of control.
Let's see. He eats about 1 o'clock. Usually I just eat one meal. I mean, I agree with that. I eat one meal a day. Do you eat more than one meal a day?
Yeah. So, I mean, there is that whole, like, what do you call it? What's the new trend where you only eat one meal? The nomad or whatever. Something like you eat a lot, but those people eat a lot at one meal. He's just saying he only eats 13.
At the risk of sounding like a valley girl, I don't like putting labels on things. I just eat one meal a day. You're not a fucking nomad, dude. I'm not a Tibetan.
What is it called? I
don't even know. I know keto, where you eat nothing but taquitos, right?
There is OMAD, one meal a day.
Oh, OMAD, maybe that's something like that. Oh, that's why I do.
Oh, I know it. I'm thinking of fasting. Intermittent fasting.
That's a religious thing, and people are doing that because there is an attack in the Middle East right now. Let's see here. This one is posted by That's a Problem. Oh, that's a problem. The problem. It's called, I think it's peer pressure B. And I didn't even notice this, even though I saw this post on Twitter. But to go ahead and read what Brendan Schaub would do.
I was peer pressured.
Oh, shit, man. I didn't notice that until he said, I think it's peer pressure, B. Wow. I was peer pressured to hit Luigi to make matters worse, adding a fancy silk shirt. And, yeah, dude, the Legion of Skanks T-Fat-K episode live from Skankfest NYC is available on all platforms. It's also available on our Patreon.
Oh, yeah. Check out our Patreon.
We reviewed it.
Yeah. The episode, full episode.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, even Brenda's Twitter, he's a handler. Peer pressure, somebody's got to step in.
Yeah.
He has no friends that are like, hey, man. But I guess trainings, people are just watching it. They like, everyone is monitoring him, so the second he does something wrong. Got it.
Yeah, even Apple's autocorrect was like, I mean, pure and pressured are both words.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever made that mistake before.
That is a crazy mistake. Yeah. Maybe not.
Well, I've always known it's peer pressure. I was expecting peer pressure, like P-E-A-R.
I was just spelling it wrong.
Yeah.
No, he went full read, actually.
Always expecting. This one's posted by Corpse of Tank. Oh, that's a dark name. Tank the Dog.
Jeez, yeah.
This one's called Story Change. Moves shade from barn door to his father-in-law. Let's see.
Here's the thing about installs. Follow the instructions. Follow the instructions and use the pieces that they gave you. My thinking was, I'm just going to use the stock parts if I can, like the screws and the certain bolts and stuff, because it's there for a reason. And no, they give it to you for a reason. They definitely give you the parts because they know what they're doing. So it took me twice as long because I installed it, took it off because I didn't use the parts, then reinstalled it. But you don't learn as you go. You learn as you go. Like I installed my intake on my truck with my father-in-law. And he's like very safe and like he does everything to by the book, and I know. But then he's like, I think we should use this part. I'm like, no, it came with these parts. He's like, yeah, but let's just use this part because it came with the truck. I'm like, there's a reason it came with these parts. And so we installed it, and then when it fit, he's like, I don't have to take it all apart, but they're parts. I'm like, yeah.
Would you let Shab work on your car or your truck?
I mean, if I get to meet him, yeah.
But what if he like messes up? I understand. Yeah, I want to meet Shab too. But what if he like really messes up your car?
I mean, I think that I'll financially recover, dude.
You meet him, he messes up your car, you're like very excited to meet him, then you have to get your car towed probably to the shop to get it fixed.
Yeah.
Or you have to fix it yourself.
Yeah. I don't know. But either way, I feel like he was peer pressured into, fucking up the car by his father-in-law.
His father-in-law went out to his truck and looked at his truck and he was like, oh, really, dude?
Are you more of like a jazz guy or like by the book guy?
If it's coming to building stuff, I probably won't read the instructions because I just don't have faith in myself to do it.
Yeah.
Because I'm kind of negative when it comes to putting things together.
I'm a best of both worlds B, right? Yeah. Like I'll see all the parts and be like, I can do this, and then just know that I can do it, and then be like, let's just see what they said though, and then read the instructions.
Well, you're pretty good. You're pretty handy. You have the best brains. These chairs, you didn't read any kind of manual. They work.
Yeah, but they also look like they're going to fall apart at any moment. Every time I see them, I'm like, today might be the day.
Well, they have none of the stuff that comes with it plugged in.
Yeah.
But there's just no space for that. So, I mean, we didn't even need to do that.
Yeah, we have no longer accepted guests on the podcast because of these chairs.
The chairs are our guests.
Yeah. We don't matter. But it's been a light week at Chang's La Reheats. So with that being said, we got Icarus Lives posting the most fabricated story ever told. Let's see here.
I grew up huge in the comics. When I collected it, I used to sell them as a kid. It never happened.
Did you sell to people or online?
Just people. Online, I'm 37, right. So online wasn't a thing, so I opened up a little comic shop in my mom's closet.
It's totally good.
I put comics there.
You had friends come over?
Random people walked in our house, and my mom maybe shut it down.
How is that closet? Is it already on display, or do you have more?
Everything was on display and organized. Well, I had it like in those vanilla, those things they look like.
Yes.
I had them all
coordinate envelopes.
Yeah, I had all the coordinate envelopes, vanilla folders. I had all the characters lined up, and I had posters on the wall.
It's a total fabrication. How big is this closet?
I mean, I was young at 8 or 9, so I thought it was huge, but enough for like grown men and kids to come in. It never happened. My mom's like, we can't have fucking strangers in the house.
Not a chance. How did people know that this was happening?
Because I stood outside and had signs.
It's an urban legend, but never positive. Selling comic.
Job's like the only dude who could be in just a normal conversation and it feels like a deposition.
Yeah.
Because he lies and then he keeps going. He just goes and it's like nobody made you say anything in this. You just decide you have to defend yourself now because your storytelling is so wide.
I believe him. I don't think he did it all the time. I think he did it one time, and his mom's like, "What the?" Put a kibosh on it. You know what I mean?
I don't believe any of it.
I think it happened one time. It wasn't even an old man. Because keep in mind, did he bring up the old man? Shop did, right?
Yeah, Shop said somebody with grown-ups in his house.
The grown-ups in the house. I don't believe that. But I think maybe he was like, "Get started some comic books, dude," and his homies were like, "What? This is cool," because they never experienced a store by themselves. So, they do it like that. It is hard to make it make sense, but I'm trying.
I feel like now you're in a I'm trying quite hard. You're like, no, listen. A shop was a child businessman, okay? He set up a whole shop. His friends came over.
Another thing, too, is that we're comics, dude. He's trying to be a comic, you know what I mean? So he's trying to make it funny. It's just not funny because it's like, you came at me hard with something that might be real, That would be very interesting if it was real. Like, there's a thing about comics that have real things happen to them, and they deduce it to something more palatable and interesting and funny, and he's trying to do that, but probably about something that never fucking happened. You know what I mean?
So you think the story is just like the idea of him selling comic books was funny? He was like, maybe I can make a joke out of it. But then instead of that, it becomes even funnier because it's so ridiculous. Because Glassman makes books stupid.
Because only one can do it, dude. Only Shop can be Shop like this.
Yeah, fair enough.
And then, I don't know. Rick Glassman being so inquisitive is kind of like a douching job in a way. It's like, stop asking me, can you cut out the part with the comic book, dude?
That's Glassman. Yeah, Glassman's taking it a little bit
neurotic.
Or just like sort of messing with people.
Yeah. Books in my mom's closet?
Yep.
We got you. And did you sell any?
Oh, yeah, man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Were there older men that came over?
Yeah.
Not this time. It never happened.
They bought them. But you could tell they were just there, trying to fondle me, but.
Okay, well, that's a joke. Okay, yeah. I don't believe any of it. I take back everything I said.
Well, that is like Chop, I think, trying to land a zinger.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's necessarily a lie. That's clearly his kid.
When joking about admitting to being molested, fondling is the funniest word. Okay, you know, you fondle some vinyls to look for a cheap one, you know what I mean? You don't fondle kids. Nobody does that.
Well, that is a saying, but I agree that fondle's probably the least horrifying way of saying it,
Yeah.
Do you really believe that? Oh yeah, because they didn't know much about the comics.
It's just dudes coming in and they don't care shit about comics. They're just trying to fuck a kid.
I mean, there was a attempt was made.
Like the cheapest one for like 25 cents.
Did you think something was weird at the time, and then later on you were called?
Yes. But I also, like, my spidey senses went off.
So you didn't even manage your day?
It never happened.
Did you make money?
Oh, yeah. Not a chance.
So you're a little entrepreneur now, and now instead of comics, you sell CBD.
Sure.
How this story is true? Okay, I don't believe him at all. I want to put that. I mean, probably people tuned out when they heard that I believed him. For those of you that remain, that was ridiculous. Yeah, I take back everything I said.
Hey, you know, you have to watch the whole clip, dude. Watch it to the end.
Yeah, I tried. For all those shop lovers out there that watch this, I tried. All right, so this one's posted by Haphazard. Give him good things.
Our guy, one of our guys.
He's got orange chicken all over his apron, dude. This one's called Andy Apologized for the Truck Walk. We haven't watched this one, have we? I don't know.
Chaotic relationship, yeah. And then Amy Letterman, people think me and her hate each other. And what's funny, and you know, I'm sure it was by design, is my first set, it went me then her. I have to bring her on. So, you know, I'm sure it's by design. And I think they thought,
rumor has it, Brennan Chops didn't follow that.
That's hilarious. I mean, that's legitimately funny if he did that.
No, I'm just kidding. It's a joke I made.
Oh, man.
I'm making that up right now.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's funny for you. Good job.
I sold comic books in my mom's house.
The way you made up is funny.
Yeah.
Comic book thing is kind of just randomly strange, random strange lie.
me then her. I have to bring her on. So, you know, I'm sure it's by design. And I think they thought there was friction there. Little do they know, me and Annie spoke months ago at the Comedy Store. It's all good. Yeah, she apologized.
I need her to come out and say that publicly.
Through like a statement released. Chop is the perfect personification of give him an inch, he takes a mile. Yeah, you know what I mean? I would hate if somebody did that.
Yeah, just put words in your mouth.
I'll be like, damn, I should have never talked to them after fucking saying anything, you know?
There's all these pictures of them together, so it's like almost believable.
Yeah.
But shouldn't she be the one to say she apologized?
What? That's what he said.
Yeah, no, but she should be saying
that she apologized.
He's already going out there, like getting out in front somehow. Now she has to either say she didn't or just say nothing, and by omission, it sounds like she's did apologize.
There's so many colloquial ways to talk about this, but I guess if you're a narcissist, you can't do it. But like, we splash the beef. Like, there's a lot of ambiguity to like what was said to who. But to come out and be like, she fucking got her knees and said sorry, and I wish I would have sucked your dick.
Yeah, she apologized. We walked to my truck, and let's just say I had a good night.
Let's just say I didn't respond to any of my Mexican messages.
Let's just say history goes both ways. That's a shot. If he just goes full redact, the brain stops working, short circuits, and starts like saying how much he enjoys our show.
How long shall the story go both ways?
I used to sell comic books to Brendan Cooney and Gerard Hallercock.
Oh my god, his brain is going crazy. He said my name correctly.
Straight Talk Wireless.
So she posted, she goes, can we take your picture? I'm like, yeah. And then she was like, I'm going to post it, I'll talk to you about the caption. So then right before I'm leaving my last set, she goes, I got the caption. Squash fest. We're squashing the beef. I'm like, you're a genius. That's great. So she posted it. It put my comment on. I go, hey, I want to invite you and your boyfriend. I got a new truck. Do you want to go for a ride? Hashtag truck walk. That's good. Because her boyfriend was awesome.
You know what's funny? Her boyfriend about, you know, what's funny about him saying hashtag Trump walk is that he said hashtag Trump walk. Yeah. But it's kind of like, okay, so did he try to say truck or was he saying truck?
Oh, yeah. No, I think he was trying to say truck, probably. I mean, to him, truck is truck. Yeah, they're the same word.
Yeah.
I wonder if he even knows the difference. He probably does, but there's a chance that he doesn't.
Yeah. Maybe he was peer pressured into saying truck. Truck.
The speech therapist had to be in there and be like, practice truck. Yeah, let's hear it. No. Jit sound.
He's the equivalent to a speech therapist that like an exorcist to like having to exercise the devil.
Oh yeah, I mean he needs the Lance Armstrong of speech therapist.
Yeah. And the speech therapist needs a therapist.
Afterward, like, man, something I'm good anymore.
Yeah. He kept trying to spell giraffe with a D.
Me and her boyfriend got a timeshare out in Mexico. Me and that dude hit it off so well because he has lizards and fish. Yeah, and you know me, I'm balls deep in lizards and fish. Lizards and fish. I'm telling we're the kids. No, it's lizards and fish. So me and him,
just like stop saying balls deep. We talk about fish too.
Yeah, there's too many balls. It'd be funny if he's so bad at everything that the speech therapist do is spelling. Like he's spelling out words. Like you said, if he's like giraffe with a D, spell it out. And then the speech therapist is like exhausted from trying to teach him how to say words correctly. And they look down at he's written giraffe and it says D-I-R. And they're just like, they don't know what to do. This is a joke. My job a joke to you. Have you been pretending to be the stupid the whole time? If I told you I was a redneck, you'd agree.
All right, let's see here. This is from the TFAK team, or TFAK Skink Fest, posted by Jacob Clamps. It's called "Can We All Agree That Count is Somehow 100 Times Worse Than Shop?" We touched on this in our review, and we 100% agree. Yeah.
We were in Porsche back in the day when he was still fighting. And this guy had those reps. Right now, let me just say right now. Let me point this out. This is the moment. I just pinpointed a moment. Boy, it's not even Brendan's fault. It's Brian's fault. These people will never own a Porsche. They hate that you just said that. It doesn't matter because I don't know for a Porsche. I drive a Dodge Ram. The thing about it, he drives everything, though. He doesn't keep it there. They're not healthy.
So I agree with the point, but that clip is not like it doesn't encapsulate what I think about. Like what's annoying about Brian is not that Shab drives a Porsche, or even that he brings up the Shab. I don't think anybody cares that Shab is a Porsche. What's annoying is that he talks like that. That manner of speech, in the way that like everyone's like having a real conversation, and Brian's like, I'm trying to go on my bed. And so he's like, we're driving, and like we got our sunglasses on, and like, so Shab has Porsche, right? You know, it's really nice cars, really nice. Like, some two guys, like, we're strong, and you know, rich, you know. What bothers me, and then a fucking chimpanzee. That's exactly that, and then it gets even more redacted because then there's weird animals that come into it every time. So he combines the lack of believability that Shab does, that's kind of ridiculous, with just like this weird old school early 2000s 90s character that he always does, where it's like a guy that's sort of ridiculous, and it's just not, it's awful to watch. Yeah, it feels like going in a time machine back to like redacted times where we have to pretend like that's funny. It's funny. I just don't. He forces you to pretend like he's funny, which I don't like.
Yeah, people are, you know. I'm trying to go back to redacted times, but I'm trying not to sound redacted myself. But you know, the toilet paper being invented, but Brian Callen's out in the woods still using leaves. You know what I mean?
Exactly. There you go. Yes. They're like, why are you still using leaves, dude? And he's like, oh, leaves are great. And no, it's like, no, you smell like shit and your asshole hurts. Brian. I feel like I'm being mean to Brian. I don't mean to, but it's just I hate it.
He deserves it.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, you would never wear those wristbands. Well, oh yeah, probably not. All right, let's go to the next one. Dude, Brian Count sucks ass. Yeah. But you know who's awesome? Ryan Joseph. Ryan, get it. Ryan Joseph 82, he posted this. Me and Logan are boys. Have you seen this yet? This was today. Wait, who posted that? Ryan Joseph 82. Okay, thank you. Have you seen this? No. Okay, so Logan Paul is reposting Brendan Chop saying, "This bums me out. First full of Fight Club. Don't sue another fighter. Building the fight." And then Logan. And so the caption of this is, "Me and Logan are boys," right? Obviously not. It bums me out that 3 weeks ago I DM'd you Nina's lawsuit details because of your ignorance, and response was, "Oh Jesus, didn't know that." Then you come on here talking about Fight Club rules like you're the referee. This twisted promotion has gone far beyond the fight game, and you know it. Plus, I'm not the one suing him. He picked a fight with an innocent woman. Kind of redacted explanation, but saying that she's the one suing him, not her. Anyone who doesn't understand it is a delusional twat. The lawsuit is her choice, and I police the party. Now I get a break his face in front of millions of people and ruin his entire life. Win-win.
It's just so funny that he's had a friendship with Logan Paul, and now it's gadooshed for this tweet about suing and stuff. Like Shab inserts himself in this and gets gadooshed.
But you know what Shab thinks, dude? What?
Yeah, numbers. It's all about the numbers. Yeah. But now Logan Paul will never be a Carl Bassett fight companion. That would have been hilarious.
That would be awesome, but dude, they're gonna squash everything.
Oh yeah, it's all theater, right?
It's all stupid. Yeah, everything about it, even like I was envisioning it earlier when I read that tweet from because I follow Brendan Chop on Twitter. Shout out X, follow Brendan Chop. Great content too. Great content. But I was picturing like Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis before they signed the fight agreement or whatever. Yeah, and they're like, dude, how are we gonna promote the fight? Like after they fuck each other and stuff. They're homies, right? Right. And then Dylan's like, oh, dude, I did find a bunch of videos of your girl that you're gonna marry, right? And like she's really horny all the time. And she fucks a lot of dudes. Kobayashi, right? And then what's it called? Logan Paul's like, dude, yeah, do that, dude. And then I'm gonna have her sue you, dude. And then I'm gonna support her fully. We get the women. We get like, crazy dudes that like to have revenge porn online. We're gonna sell the fight to everyone, dude. And then we can have Brendan Chop, and they're like, whoa. You want Brendan Chop? Yeah, Brendan Chop's gonna say something about it. I'm gonna call him twat.
I don't know about all of that.
No, we got all the redacts. Dude, we're gonna sell the fight to fucking women supporters. Redacts.
I doubt they sell it to women supporters at this point. But I don't know about all of that. But I would love if it somehow leads to a Carl Bassett fight companion with Logan Paul, Brendan Schaub, Rayleigh Martin, and maybe Dylan Dennis all together. But I mean, the narrative there is that they hate each other. So maybe just Logan Paul, once he squashes the beef with Schaub and Rayleigh Martin, and then they can just all be hilarious on that together. Because the You Do YouTube is amazing. Yeah, that's a funny clip. And they're like, we gotta go. Like they can't even pretend to continue to talk with Schaub. He's so boring.
Well, I think I can expect to see Dylan Dennis on, but probably not Logan Paul.
Not after that tweet deity.
Logan Paul's like, yeah, I was messing around with Dylan, but I really hate Brendan Chop.
Yeah, that's weird. That'd be funny. He hates him more somehow.
And this one we saw on the live, but it's so good. We watched this on the Timos live that we did this last week. Posted by Minimum Sky 2305. It's called Clint Ticket.
Oh, yeah, this is
classic. One of my favorite clips of all time.
Yeah.
We'll see. Yeah, thanks, brother.
Wait, is that a... What are you doing right now?
I am.
Okay, what is the deal with Kratom? Isn't it like a... Isn't it hard? Yeah. Now, the way they do it, I think it's
Chin Ticket from 10. It's been out for thousands
severe. So heroin. And cocaine. So it kind of like binds to the same receptors as like if you did opioids, right? But it's not an opioid. Okay. So it's been around forever, and it's natural. It's a dried leaf. It's crushed. Yeah. And farmers used to use it to keep, if you take a little bit, you have energy. If you take a little bit more, you get sedated a little bit. So I haven't been doing it. It's just, oh my God. Who here is doing heroin? I am.
Kid, Churro, take it away. You go, it's not fentanyl.
Yeah, the first thing he says, cocaine, fentanyl, opium, fucking marijuana. Like, it's so funny that when somebody's like, why is Graham's not that bad for you? And they go, nah, dude, cocaine receptors, yeah, it's exactly this. Helium, fucking
brain receptors, and it's like the same thing, but it's different.
Yeah, it's different.
A lot of kratom in the crowd tonight.
It's not like cocaine, dude. It's like crushed up leaves. You know what I mean?
Like it just sounds like it would just be so funny. Yeah, I'm doing heroin. Take it away, Gerardo. It's not freaking fentanyl. Boom. I go, after you say it's not fentanyl. Boom. It does all the same stuff, but it doesn't kill you right away.
Thanks. If you take a little bit, it makes you active. If you take a lot, it'll put you out, dude. Everything that does that.
If it takes you a little bit, it'll make you really high, but if you take any more than that, you could overdose.
Yeah, boom.
This is not a good selling of kratom to me.
Also, it has the feeling that always has Chin explaining. It's like, no, Shop, why
Miss Aquarius.
You're taking a lot of you're taking a lot of kratom.
Miss Aquarius. Miss Aquarius. Can you hear me?
Clearing the sunny skies, highs in the low 70s at the beaches, mid upper 70s for metro.
How you living, girl? Apologies, I missed bowling last night. I've been tired. How you feeling? Okay, you have to go to the eye doctor? Okay. What are you eating? Oh, how's that? Do you like Wendy's? What does Wendy's have for breakfast? Okay, well, maybe someday. Oh, yeah, not that many in Southern California, though. How long till your doctor's appointment? Oh, okay. Are you gonna, do you have to take medicine? You have to take your cough medicine before then? Oh, okay. So you don't take it in the morning? Okay. Okay. All right. How was the? I understand. How was the hairdresser? Do you like your hairdresser? Oh, that's tight. How long does it usually take you to get your hair done? Oh, fancy! You look great. You're welcome. Miss Aquarius, something? You want to know something? I sprained my knee, and it yeah, it's hurt for like 5 days now. And if it doesn't, uh, I'll give it 2 weeks. If it doesn't feel better after 2 weeks, I'm gonna go to the doctor for it. Well, the thing is, it doesn't hurt that badly. I mean, like, let me explain. It hurt when I first did it, and it just turned on it weirdly, and then it felt better for like 2 days, and then I slept on it a little wrong, and then it went back to hurting again. But not at all. Like on a scale of 0 to 10 of pain, it's a 1. It's annoying, but I I do my best. Yeah, enough to tolerate. Um, but so I'm thinking like, but if it doesn't get better after 2 weeks, then I'll go and I just want to have to avoid surgery or anything like that. So right, yeah. Believe it or not, I was praying and I turned and I just turned strangely on it, and it wasn't any high impact thing. It was just very very minor, but that's how I did it, and I've done that before. It's just kind of one of those things that they say if you just turn on it wrong, anything can happen. And I'm getting to be 40, and 40 is about the time when stuff starts going out on you. So I'm gonna try to keep it as possible. But yeah, nothing too bad. And the good thing is, it's not like I really twisted it where I'm in pain, like a lot of pain, a lot, like nothing like that. Generally, it's just kind of an annoyance. So I'm gonna do what I can to rest it and not re-injure it too much. Just hopefully, so that's what we've got going. Well, I appreciate it. I hope it starts to feel better, and yeah. And I'm gonna shave a little bit. I won't shave my whole beard, but I'll just shave around my mouth. Um, and I'm working on my bots, and they're doing okay. And I hope that they continue to improve. So that kind of stuff is good. And get some coffee and stretch. Good. I restarted my computer, and yeah, exactly. I know. I saw that. Um, and there's this. Did you just say something? Oh, you okay? Hold on one second. I'm gonna leave and come back. Okay, can you hear me? Yeah, it's still delayed. This computer, I had to do a update on it, and I can hear it's not working really well. So I might have to restart it again. It's strange. Okay, no big deal though. Yeah. So we're just chilling. Did you finish your? Okay. Boy, I hear how delayed. I hear how delayed my voice is. I'm gonna refresh. I'm gonna restart my computer. I'll be right back. Okie dokie. BRB.